Hi, hello everyone. Welcome. Oh my God, just between the last stream and this stream, we hit our goal. If you're just joining, I'll let you know what all of that means, but we have just raised over $5,000 for the PCRF, which is insane. Like, that's crazy. That's amazing. So happy. Hi, hello, welcome. We are D8 Dungeon. We are a lovely TTRPG group here on the internet. I will start us off. My name is Dahi. I am going to be our game master for tonight for this little episode of Thirsty Sword Lesbians. And I am a graphic designer. I'm also, you can find me here on D8 Dungeon. Every now and then I'm on random DMs here. I'm also on a couple of other projects here. And yeah, that's all about me. We're going to move on. I'm going to introduce you to all of my lovely players, and then we're going to talk a little bit about PCRF and the game, and then we're going to get right into it. So starting off with the lovely Kate, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Kate, she, her, and honestly, I don't have a lot to say about myself except that I'm terribly excited about this game.
That is perfect. Me too. Honestly, I'm excited and very nervous. Next, Puck. Yes, we're so excited to have you. And then the wonderful Justina. Please
Hi,
introduce yourself.
my name is Justina. My pronouns are she, her. And I'm with Kate. I don't have much to promote. I'm just here to have a good time with my very own lesbian who I'm already in love with. So,
Yes, so excited. Cool. So, as I mentioned at the top of the stream, we have just smashed 5,000 dollars, and I think we just got another donation of $10 in there as I was talking, which is bonkers. That is for the PCRF, or the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. If the Palestine Children's Relief Fund are an organization arranging children to receive medical care, treatment abroad, and sponsoring various humanitarian programs. They run a wide range of ongoing programs and one-time projects to address the humanitarian needs brought on by poverty, war, occupation, and siege. The PCRF envision a world where all children in the Middle East have access to quality humanitarian aid and specialized surgical procedures. Just portrayals of stereotype or archetype are all out of love and admiration and adoration for queer women, queer WLW folk, and queer femmes. This set of people and subset of people, an umbrella of people, have been hugely influential and wonderful in my life. And lost audio. We're back. Oh, I hope we didn't miss anything. But queer women, queer WLW folk have been hugely influential in my life, and I know a lot of people's lives. And this game, Thirsty Sword Lesbians, is at its core a celebration of that, and this stream will aim to be that also. This is Thirsty Sword Lesbians, where it's just very gay. It's very lots of swords, lots of lesbians. We love it. We are going to be playing a little game called Barista Babes, where all of our wonderful player characters are going to be baristas, and they're going to be serving coffees, and maybe serving coffees to their crush. Who knows? It's going to be full of drama and full of silly queerness and all that kind of good stuff. Let's see. We also have some prizes available that I'm going to mention just at the end here. It is Sunday night, so we are on to our 5th raffle, I believe. Our 5th raffle, I believe the prompt to enter, I'm going to enter it in chat myself. It is raffle ticket, #raffle ticket 5, I believe. If you can copy me in chat, I'm Rose Frog of Beauty in chat there. And that is for one half body, like the prizes you can win are one half body fully rendered commission from IX Cato. Kat is one of D8 Dungeon's very own. She is an artist from Northern Ireland. They play in our Beyond Horizons Edge campaign on Monday nights. Follow them on Instagram to see more of their beautiful work. Kat is incredible, a wonderful artist, great person, and has some incredible work. Winning something like that would be phenomenal. 2 full sets of David Green's Empire of Rune fantasy series. David Green is a neurodivergent writer of the epic and urban, the fantastical, the cozy, and the mysterious. With his character-driven dark fantasy series Empire of Ruin, or urban fantasy noir Hell in Heaven, David takes the readers on emotional, action-packed thrill rides. We also have 3 €25 vouchers for digital items on the website of Evil Hat Productions, who are the people who made this beautiful game that we're about to play. Not only do they have that, they have Blades in the Dark, they have Fate, they also have this really beautiful Magical Girl TTRPG that you can get. They're an incredible company, and they have some really, really great RPGs going on, and they've won lots of awards. We have 5 35mm jumbo D20s in D8 Dungeon colors from Dungeon Depths as well. Dungeon Depths make quality gaming supplies with character. They take inspiration not only from tabletop role-playing games themselves, but also from the culture that surrounds them and the community they build between us. So many really great prizes. Get your raffle tickets in and chat, because also anybody watching, anybody who with access to the chat can apply, can enter. That's a lot of me talking, and unfortunately, for people who don't like to hear me talking, I'm going to talk more. So we're going to get our game underway. It is opening time at Lesbien's Coffee House. Great sky hangs dully over a grey cityscape, dotted with advertisements and colourless signs and names. The city of Heteropolis, a veritable soup of monotony, complacency, and wealth. Greyish pantsuits and mobs of clean girl office siren, grey sweatpants, pinstripe finance bros plague the city streets. Time ticks on. Day moves to night, evidenced only by the clock and not by the level of light in the city. We pour through the urban sprawl, hearing conversations like, is clean girl still in this fall? Are ballet flats still in this fall? Am I doe pretty, bear pretty, lizard pretty, eel pretty? What colour hair is in this fall? Mousy brown in this fall? Or teddy bear blonde? Do you have the riz? Are you looks maxing, bro? Wow, her aura is minus 10,000. That's so cringe. You should totally mew and start moisturizing with this 10-step don't stop spending regime I saw online. A garble of corporate intentioned brain rot echoes as we zip to a corner of the city with, what's this? Color? A bright pink shop front decorated in beautiful flowers, in oranges, reds, and yellows. A viridescent parkscape behind it, overgrown and untrodden, with just an air of magic surrounding it. The Foxhole Woods. We see this cafe in the early morning. Les Beans Coffee House begin to hum to life with movement. And I would like to ask my lovely players, who do we think would arrive to work first?
Ooh.
I honestly would suggest Frida. She's a perfectionist and highly neurotic.
That
So
sounds absolutely perfect. We're going to say that Frida is our opener. Kate, my love, can you please describe Frida as she's opening the store and letting herself in and getting started? What is she doing to start the morning off?
well, Frida is first. She's going to pull out the large ring of keys. She's very proud of the responsibility of the keys, and she's going to pull the door back because you have to pull the door back to get the key lock to turn. We will turn that key and then open the door with a shoulder because that's required.
Mm-hmm. It's rickety. You've meant to get it fixed, but it's just never happened.
I it's the wood must have swelled.
Exactly. How does Frida get set up this morning? What are her morning duties?
So the first morning duties, provided the closer closed properly, the first morning duties are to get the cups in order for the first several orders. As soon as the shop is open, there's a huge rush of people. So it's helpful if you have the cups all laid out first. And then you've got to boot up your point of sale machine, make sure that all of uh, the perfusion of that smell of magic is pleasant today. And then Frida makes her to-do list.
I love it. So Frida probably getting to work an hour early to make sure everything is pin perfect set up. Who do we think arrives next? Do we have our lovely Misty or our lovely Mallory, do we think?
I think Mallory arrives next.
Perfect. What does Mallory do as her first point of action when she gets into work? What's her first thing to do when she gets into work?
Well, the first thing she does is she goes to the back of the store into the staff room, so to speak, drops her bag, puts her lipstick on, makes herself, a hot lemon water, just her morning routine. And then she's just straight in it. She's, at the back of the coffee store, she's preparing some sandwiches, heating up the ovens, and getting ready for the store to open.
Perfect. Excellent. I forgot to ask as well, apologies, Frida, what does Frida look like?
So Frida is rail thin in sort of an attempt to be a little invisible, and she dresses far too old for herself. She wears big baggy sweaters and pleat front khaki pants, um,
Love
and
it.
uh, and if there were a easy way to make Frida look her own age, all it would take would be to change her entire look.
So easy, so doable. I love that. And our lovely Mallory, what does Mallory look like?
So Mallory is we'll call her understated. So she wears long black kind of wide leg pants. She's wearing a black t-shirt. She's very minimal makeup except for her dark lipstick. That's all she kind of puts on, and her hair, also dark hair, is kind of put up in a very loose bun with a hairpin, um,
Perfect.
which is her own callback to her more goth past that has been crushed by the sense of responsibility and expectations.
I love it. And lastly, then we have our lovely Misty arriving. What do you think, Puck? What do you think Misty does as they arrive to the cafe? What's their first point of order? And what do they look like? think our audio cut. Sorry, I think can we I think chat's apologies, Puck, but can't seem to. We're working on it. Puck, I will get back to Puck's description in just a moment. Um, everybody is setting up for work. Um, audio cut out again. Oh, can we hear me in chat? No, no. No. What's chat saying now? Yes. Okay. Cool. We can hear me. That's a start. Um, can we hear Frida? Can you say something?
Good morning.
And
I mean, it's not
Justina?
morning anywhere here
It's coffee time.
in coffee time.
Okay, chat. Could we hear the other two? Perfect. Thank you. Eiley Cyrus. Can hear Frida. Perfect. Puck, can you say something for us just after me now? Can we hear that chat? Not Puck though. I believe we're working on it. For a moment, we'll just take a brief pause and just remind everybody of all of what is available in our raffles. We have plenty of stuff. So again, we have that rendering by IX Cato. We have the 2 full digital sets of David Green's Empire of Ruin. We have 3 €25 vouchers. And we have 5 35mm jumbo D20s. Okay, they can see your subs, Puck. That's strange. We can see your subtitles. Oh, we've had a change. Not the technical difficulties. I'm so sorry, chat. Sorry about this. This is just I mean, to be fair, would it be a D8 dungeon stream if there was no technical difficulties? That's just like kind of our thing at this point. It's charming, you know.
I think that's what Roz says.
Exactly. Roz Greypurse would be on my side here. I know she would. It is part of the charm. In the meantime, folks, I will remind you as well that we did hit 5K as well for the charity, for the PCRF, which is like, I'm still kind of blown away by it, which like, it's so amazing. And like, it's huge. It's huge. Like, that's so massive. Like, we raised like 3,400, I believe, last year. So to raise like 1,600 more on the stream, the session, the day isn't even over. Like, bonkers. Like, I'm so impressed with everyone. We are going to take 5 off screen while we figure this out. Give us 5 minutes, go get yourself some water, prepare for the amount of lesbian excellence and queer WLW fun we're going to have. We'll be back in 5. Okay? Hi again, everyone. We're going to try this again. We are back. We are going to start off with our lovely Puck and see if you can hear them. Puck, if you want to say something.
Hello, hello.
Can we hear Puck? Do you want to describe your character a little bit? We can. Okay, Homebrew Show says we can hear you. Yes, thank you so much. Yippee, thank you so much, Amber. Amber is our producer. Amber, you're the best. And Justina, you're the best too, because I know you were helping. Perfect. So, Puck, my darling, what is Misty getting up to as they head in? I'm so sorry to get you to repeat yourself on
You're
it,
all
but
good.
so Misty gets in as you had laid out, probably a little bit late.
Coffee, but the coffee's crossed out and written with T underneath, and is wearing a pair of simple plain jeans, but they have flowers on the butt. Because I have to, with a pair of Mary Janes that have like specialty soles in them, so that way their feet don't get dying by the end of the
Nice.
shift.
So
Their
I'm
hair.
assuming...
Oh, good.
Oh, sorry. Continue.
No, you're all good.
Their hair?
I was just gonna say their hair is like kind of frizzy from an early morning shower, and it's like interacting with the way the day is.
I love it. I love that Puck feels like they just rolled up out of bed and they're straight into work. I adore that. Do you think Puck is going to head to the tea station then and kind of get all of their teas together and their new blends kind of set up for the day?
Yeah, Misty like goes straight for the tea station. Tea bags scattering about the counter, like grabs the chalkboard and is like rapid fire writing the different names of these different blends and stuff. one and everything.
Cute. Oh, we love it. Also, our donations have given us a little bit of a +1 for everybody. So everybody has a +1 for
Ooh.
what that means is your next roll that you'll make will automatically have +1 on top of whatever else you're going to get. And because this is for charity, I don't mind how many +1s you get. We can roll a bajillion on something. I really don't
That's
mind. This is all
dangerous.
for fun and for charity. It is. So you all are at work and you're joined by one more staff member. You know her, you've worked with her for a couple of months now. Her name is Sally Boucher. She is a very repressed, very sort of dressed in very modest clothing, just like long t-shirts, a big long skirt. She has like a nice bob, like kind of long bob of like mousy brown hair and a bright pink bandana just tied around her hair so that the bob kind of sits out of the back of it, really like just kind of tucked back. She also has a pearl necklace on, and you never see her without these. These are like, you see those walking down the street, you know that this is Sally. She's very quiet, she's very relaxed, she's very reserved. But when she works, she definitely she takes orders and stuff and cleans tables and whatever. But with customers, she has this very like this switch in persona where she has that wonderful customer service voice. And what can I help you with? And what can I get you started with today? And you know that she is not like that when you talk to her. She is quiet. She is like calm. She is very scared kind of girl. So she heads in and she sees you all and she goes, morning guys, how are we today? Are we ready for today?
Oh, we're ready. We're quite ready.
Okay,
I'll be ready
good.
in 5
I'm
minutes.
just trying to psych myself up. Of course, Misty, as always, you'll always be ready. You're always ready. Mallory, nice to see you this morning.
Hi. She's sort of just going to wave Sally away because she's so busy sizzling all the bacon and all the eggs.
Perfect. So you get set up and we have one more person enter the room before we open up. A tall, striking woman in dark clothing. She's regal in appearance with deep tan skin and a pinstriped dark pantsuit, loose curled hair pulled into a neat bun and with an ornate crystal hairpin. You know her as Odile. Odile is your boss. Oh, we got another +1 for everybody. Jeepers. Oh, I'm going to have to try and remember that you all have +2 for the next roll. I might do it +1 on the next 2 or something like that. Whatever way we remember it, is how we'll do it. But you know this as Odile. Odile is your boss. She is a very striking, very stern, but very fair woman who has treated you all incredibly well since you started working here at Lesbian's Coffee House, and even more so since you have become protectors of the Foxhole Woods. She looks at you all and just says, good morning, folks. We have a very busy evening this evening. I will be out for the day. Please keep the place running. You're all very used to it. I trust you implicitly. She winks at you all. Oh, and for tonight, our little speed dating event, I did say you'd be working it, but that was a tiny bit of a fib. You'll be guests. I'll look after everyone for drinks tonight. You four enjoy yourselves. Ta-ta. And she just vanishes out the door, having given you the news that you're not working the speed dating event tonight. You are attending it as guests. How does everyone feel about that?
I mean, the second she walked in, Mallory was immediately stepping away from her bacon and her eggs, and she was just like, hi, hello, I'm here. Definitely drawing attention to herself for the first time.
Good morning, Mallory. I love the lip combo this morning.
Thank you. Oh my God. How are you doing?
You know, I'm just fabulous. Myself and Odette, we have a little bit of a holiday coming up and we're getting prepared today. She's getting her staff to take care of the garden center while we make some plans, and we're going to head out of town for a couple of days.
Odette, right. You're very good for giving us the evening off. That's very kind of you.
Of course, the place will be looked after. However, you all have done so much work for me and for Queen Eustace, of course. Oh, speaking of the Queen, I apologize. I do have one more thing to tell you. She will also be attending this evening. Queen Eustace, she's looking for love again. Don't tell her I said that in that tone. She'll kill me. Well, she can try. She's looking for love, and she's going to be here. So, on your best behavior around her. She's quite powerful, and honestly, I really hope she finds a woman or a man or a person or something to just keep her a little bit more occupied than being in my ear 24/7. Again, that stays between us. So behave around her. I know you all do. She does adore you very much so. She has told me herself. You are some of her favorite protectors. Do we have any questions? Are we all okay? Can I skedaddle and get my plans going? I'm so excited for my little holiday, my rendezvous.
I think like when Ordeal came in and started talking, you just heard like a clattering of bags because like Misty like accidentally dropped one onto the pile and it just sent the whole pile onto the floor, and then you like her like she kept talking about, and then talking about Queen Eustace being there, and there's like another scattering of the bags because she was picking them up and just dropped them all again, and it's just like
I think
so
after the second clatter of bags, she definitely notices you and she's like, "Morning, Misty."
Morning, Ordeal. I'm sorry.
Don't, my darling. I know you'll be. This place will be in ship shape anytime soon, especially with my wonderful assistant manager, Frida, darling.
Ma'am, everything will be ready
How
to
are we
go,
feeling?
and everything is laid out to be as efficient as possible.
Oh, Frida, my darling. And she cups your hands in hers and she says, "Today is a day to relax. Tonight is going to be so much fun, my dear. I know you have everything planned out, but for this evening, this place is not to be run by you. You need to relax and take a break tonight."
Are you sure?
I'm
Because
positive, my darling. Sorrow
Right.
will be here to take care of the place. You all know Sorrow as they are a fae person who is one of Queen Eustace's consorts. They are a deadpan, dry, really like monotone fae who's just very like dour and kind of a bit of a party pooper. But it seems that Odile has elected Sorrow to look after the evening for you.
Oh, well, if it's Sorrow, of
Of course,
course.
they will sort the place out. Anyway, my darlings, thank you so much. Sora will look after everything, and in the morning I will be back for one more day, and then I will be on my sojourn. And I'll make sure to leave some plans and some wonderful things, just so you don't worry or don't fret. Please, tonight is supposed to be fun. Okay, toodles, and she swans away out the door. As the morning continues, we get a few customers. It's not a particularly busy morning, but you do get a couple of regulars. And this loud, boisterous woman walks in. You all know her. You all have opinions about her. I don't know if they're good or not, but she is a very like cropped hair, big shoulders, kind of wearing kind of almost cowboy jeans and boots and a flannel shirt. Short of wearing a cowboy hat, this woman could have stepped out of a Western. She walks in, and you know her as Brandy Ryan. She is a current mayoral candidate in the area, and she is. You can tell she really enjoys the vibe here, but you don't know if she has a partner or not. You don't know if she's out or not, but you know that she loves the vibe here. She loves the vibe here. She walks in. Who's at the bar? Who's serving customers? Who's taking orders?
I'll go ahead and do that. Good morning, Ms. Ryan. It's
Oh,
always
good morning,
good to see you.
Frida. Oh, it's always wonderful to see you, my darling. Good morning. You know what? I think I'll get my usual, and you know that her usual is a. I have all of their orders here. 2 seconds. Her usual is a sweet tea. She loves a big, tall sweet tea. I'll have my usual, darling. Oh, you
Oh,
look peachy as ever, my love.
thank you. That's very kind of you.
Are you a
I'll
little
just
stressed? You're giving me this energy right now.
no. I'm just. Um, it's just the beginning of the day, and Frida is going to kind of relax as much as she possibly can. Let's put those shoulders back instead of crunching up, and
she 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 looks at you as you do so, and she says, "See, you look so much prettier when you've relaxed those shoulders of yours."
Uh, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And let me get that tea for you.
Oh,
So
Oh, Frida.
so Frida is going to race to the iced tea station because frankly, Ms. Ryan's mayoral candidacy makes her a little bit nervous.
Frida,
Oh,
Frida,
Yes,
I have a new tea blend you could try for her.
but she really likes the same thing
Yeah, but this would be
every
it's
day.
sweet. It's a sweet one, I promised.
All well, okay. Yeah,
okay.
I can do that.
Um,
Um,
and uh Misty hands you like a pre-made tea bag and everything, and like you can. This is one that you can brew in cold water, so don't worry. Um, it's got peppermint in it, so it kind of tastes like candy canes, and I call it a Christmas morning.
candy canes, right. So thank you. Let me get right
Oh,
on this. So Frida's gonna pull out a pitcher or a small teapot and fill it with cold water and put the tea bag in there, um,
perfect. You brew it
along
up
with some sugar
nicely.
syrup.
Of course, perfect. You know how Brandy likes her. You know how she likes her sweet tea, how sweet she likes her tea. So you know how to make the tea the right way. However, I will ask one thing. I will note as well, you all have a string on one another because we were going to do a little section where we asked each other some questions, but we've had technical difficulty, so I'm just going to give you all a free string on each other. That is a mechanic in this game that you can use to manipulate certain roles or help people out, just for our audience. Um, but you all have a string on each other. You also all have a string on Sally. And I have 4 strings, or I have a string per player, so I have strings on you guys as well, which I definitely have a piece of paper in front of me to tally up. Don't worry about it. Don't ask any questions.
I'm totally not
The
worried.
So
back of your own hand, you mean?
yeah, literally GM strings. Now free and miss. I'm just gonna go 1 1 1. I'm so professional. Uh, so I would like you to make me a roll for this because we want to see if she likes this new roll. I'm going to suggest an entice roll or a whatever. If you have something else that you would like to roll instead of that, if you think that this is different than entice, we can absolutely do that. Or even defy disaster. If nothing fits, we can go with defy disaster if you don't like entice here.
I think honestly, as much as Frida wants to please other people, she's not going to try to entice them to tell her
Perfect.
what she wants. So we're going to defy disaster here.
Yeah, I feel like Frida's defying disaster a lot in her life. It's like, oh, I need to pick up the pieces, pick up the pieces. So yes, would you roll me a defy disaster roll? You may pick the ability roll you're using with to tell me like how you're doing it, and how you're doing it. So if you're doing it with cleverness to try and get this tea to the perfect thing, you can use it with wit. Or if you're trying to do it with social insight because you know how she likes her tea, you can use heart instead, and you can kind of manipulate it and tell me how you want to manipulate it. Like daring could be, I'm daring to do so.
Well, frankly, Frida is very bad at figuring out what people are going to feel about certain things. So she is going to make the tea using wit, she's going to make the tea as perfectly as possible, and then she is going to make a backup tea.
Oh, I love that. And remember, you have +1 forward on this. So
Oh.
roll your 2d6s. Our first roll of the night, people. Our first roll of the night. So roll your 2 d6s and add your bonuses. And
Plus
remember
1,
your
9.
+1.
I'm at a 9.
9. That is a mixed beat. So you do get a mixed beat on this. So I get to offer you a hard choice or success with a sacrifice. So you hand her the tea, the new tea, and she drinks it and she just kind of says, "Oh, darling, this is mighty different than my usual, but I really like this. This is really good. Uh did you make this yourself? Is this all you, or?" And the hard choice is, do you want to take credit for it or do you want to give Puck the credit?
Oh, I have to give Puck the
Or
credit.
sorry, Misty the
Misty.
credit.
I have to give Misty the credit. No, this is one of Misty's new blends, and she suggested you try it, and I thought it was a really good idea. But yeah, I'm glad you like it, and we can probably have more tomorrow. And I am glad you like it. So,
Talker
Frida,
again. Apologies, that was my camera blipped out because the internet loves me. Apologies, Frida. What did you say?
I said, well, I'm really glad you like it. It's one of Misty's new blends, and she's really proud of it, and she suggested that you have it. And then I just brewed it to the right sweetness, and I'm glad you like it. And I'm sure she can have more tomorrow, or you can switch back to the regular, whichever you prefer.
Well, darling, that is just mighty fine. Missy, you are one hell of a little tea brewer over there. Look at you go. And you do notice the attention does drift to Misty in this. So despite the fact that you brewed it perfectly, you get kind of none of the social credit for this.
That's all right.
Misty was like hiding behind the tea counter watching with like her little eyes peeking over, and then like when when she's acknowledged, she like jumps up, like stands straight and like knocks something over by accident, of course. It's like, "Oh, okay, I wanted to test it out. I can make more if you like. I was
Well,
testing."
I'm here every day, darling, so I'm gonna try out whatever blends you got going. You seem to know what you're doing. Anyway, loves, this has been so good. Remember, I'm going up for mayor soon, and I wanna make sure that y'all's cafe is really heard and loved and seen by the people, because this is a really good part of town, and people just don't know about it too much. So look, I'm gonna stop gabbing, and I might even see you later on tonight. Okay, I'm gonna mosey on out of here, and she starts to mosey on out of here. We get a couple more customers in, and we get one who's heading over to the sandwiches. They're really hungry. You see this really tall, broad but very feminine biker girl comes in. She's got beautiful, dark, warm toned skin with dreadlocks all pushed back into a very messy bun, really bright and warm eyes that really belie the rest of her appearance being tatted and in leather and in like really kind of like rough and tumble clothing, but she looks really approachable in the face. And if you saw her from behind, you might think, whoa, scary biker, because like big jacket, because it's got like spikes and patches and it's really punk. But she turns around and she's got this big, like really like inviting, friendly demeanor to her face. You know her, Mallory, as this is, I believe, I have a name for her, don't worry. So many people have names, there's so many of them. Saoirse Riley is her name. So she heads up to you and she just goes, "Oh my God, you got so many great sandwiches out again. Oh, I'm starving. What do you recommend?"
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. You look
Good morning.
very hungry. Can I offer you
Starved.
our breakfast sandwich with a little bit of extra just for me. Maybe an extra bacon or two.
Well, yeah, and you notice this like deep reddish like flush kind of happened in her face, and she kind of like scratches the back of her neck. She's like, "I'll take your recommendation, whatever you got,
Okay.
whatever you're recommending for me."
Okay.
You didn't expect her to be a flustered kind of person. You expect she walks with confidence, but she talks with like less so.
Okay, so she definitely like puts it on more than like she doesn't have that con. Okay.
Very much so.
Okay. Well, so Mallory loves figuring out people's sandwich orders. That's how she passes time in the back of the shop. So
Okay.
she thinks
I think I want you to give me a figure out a person roll
okay.
for her order. If that's okay, if that works for you.
Yeah. So
it's with wit, but you
Okay.
also can add your +1 forward or the +2 forward, whichever you want from that we got from donations. Thank you for the donations again, everyone.
It's 2d6, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I will, because that is 5, 6, 7. So I rolled
Ooh,
5, 7.
That is a mixed beat. So you may ask 2 questions, but they may ask one of you. So this is conversation you're having with this person. You're trying to figure out like what they want. Do you have the figure out a person stat in front of you to see the questions you may ask? It's in that lovely handy sheet that Kate sent around. So what are your feelings towards blank? What do you hope to get from blank? How could I get you to blank? What do you love the most? I feel like that's going to be at least one. Like, what do you love the most? Like, what are you looking for in this sandwich?
Yeah.
And how would you feel if I blank?
What are your feelings towards the sandwich? Seriously. No.
She kind of. Is that the question you're going to
ask? No, I'm going to ask. What is your favorite? Can I put a spin on a question?
Absolutely, I love a spin.
Okay. What do you think about when you wake up in the morning and you're like, "Gosh, I really want breakfast"?
Oh, that's a good one. She kind of, I guess you get that question to her, and she's like, "Oh, I mean, to be honest, as soon as I walked in here, I smelled that bacon, and that's what I was coming for." And I mean, I see I see a really nice bacon sandwich, and that's what I'm going towards. And she's blushing again.
Okay.
Do you want to ask her another question?
I do. I cannot find the list of questions on the reference sheet. I apologize.
That is
I
okay.
am terrible with PDF.
Oh, that's okay.
Handbooks. I do apologize.
That is fine. I will get her to ask you a question then in return,
Okay.
because you got a mixed beat. She gets to ask you one.
Okay.
She kind of just says, "So, what do you like motorbikes? You like them?"
And I think I don't think Mallory really quite paid enough attention up until now. Like she could see that Saoirse was a little bit flustered, but I don't think she quite really acknowledged just how flustered she was. And she kind of stops what she's doing. She's like, "I've never tried. I'll try anything though."
Oh, cool. Well, I got a bike, and like you can come see it whenever you want. Well, I mean, you're working. I don't want it. That's really, oh God, that's so inappropriate. I'm so sorry. Do you have another question for her?
I'm gonna say, how do you feel about? Gosh, I'm terrible about this.
That's okay. Do you have a riff question, like just any like kind of one in your own mind? You don't have to use the sheet as much if you don't feel like they fit.
We're gonna go with, what's your favorite punk band?
Oh, I don't. Just this is Dahi. I don't know punk bands as a person.
I mean, this is in the real world.
Exactly. I'm going to make something up. This is literally just because I heard Misty talk about a capybara, and she's gonna say, I really like the capybaras. They're pretty cool. Yeah, I saw them at a show once. Actually, they were good.
I love capybaras.
Oh, cool. I mean, we could. I
They
mean,
have a
you're
show
at work.
next week.
They do. Yeah, I actually have. My sister got tickets. She's kind of going through a phase. I don't want to say a phase. That's kind of mean. She's getting more like she's into her like punk emo kind of stuff right now. I feel like I like the look. I don't really. Why am I saying all of this right now to you? I feel like I'm just talking at you, and and she just kind of is picking up the sandwich at this stage, and she's paid for it now, and she's like, and she kind of bumbles her way out a little bit of the conversation, and you can tell she's like, she went to the sandwich station not just because she smelled bacon, but she also may have saw a pretty person behind the behind the station who she wanted to talk to and didn't realize how when she got there.
So while all of this is going on, Frida has noticed Sorsha come in the door, and she was immediately really struck by how welcoming and how nice she seems. And she's a little bit jealous now of Mallory because Mallory had that marvelous and seemingly really effective conversation with her.
Okay, we've got a bit of jealousy in the group. Oh no. But we will have one or two more people come in until we move on to our later portion of the evening, our later portion of the game. We have a couple more customers come through. One customer who I don't know if what your feelings are towards her, but she is a very pretty, very prissy kind of girl, very clueless, very Cher from Clueless vibes. She's got the matching fit. She's got a little gold chain necklace with a little symbol on it. You know the symbol to be Queen Eustace's house symbol. She's got her hair swept up in a half up, half down kind of moment. Perfectly manicured nails. The hair is blonde, and she's got bright blue eyes. This is Princess Arabella, who kind of flits her way in, and she heads straight to the teas to our lovely Misty. And she kind of, Misty, darling, are you there?
Misty's like head pops up from behind the counter where they were once again picking up a bag of tea blends, and it's like, "Oh, hi, hi."
I need like your help because you know like plants and things, and
Okay.
like I'm not really good with all of that. So can you like can you like come out here? And you can tell that Arabella is a little bit spoiled, and she knows that you all kind of work for Queen Eustace in a sense. So when she comes, it is a little bit like, oh, here she is, this brat again. But depending, I don't know how you all feel about her, but that is just generally how she is. She's like, can you come out here? I need you to look at something for me.
Yeah, I can totally do that. What do you need help with? And Steve is on Misty's shoulder by this point and is just 100% mean mugging the princess, just so you know.
Yeah. Absolutely. You can also see, nobody else can, only you and the other baristas can see a tiny little familiar on her shoulder, mean mugging the hell out of your capybara, mean mugging the hell out of Steve. It is a little pygmy owl who's just like staring at Steve, and the two are locked in vicious combat, eye combat only. As Arabella kind of like flits around, she's like, oh, it's also really like, it's also like really heavy. So can you like just carry this? I've got this Monstera plant, and like it keeps like dying on me, and I don't know what to do with it. It's really irritating. I know I come from the woods. Don't at me right now, please. But you know what you're doing. Can you like just take a look at it, please, please, please?
Yeah. And like Misty's gonna kind of go look at the plant.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any lovely planty magic that you can give a go at to kind of see this plant, or do you just want to make like a little roll to figure out what this plant is, what's going on with it?
Am I allowed to touch the princess?
At your own peril.
The reason I ask is because I have a I do have a like it would be a fun little one. Is called Nature's Touch. It's when you touch someone and let the power of the nature world flow into them. Roll plus spirit. But if I'm like Misty would be too scared to try to initiate something like that. So instead, I'm gonna do my Wild Friends move, which is you can speak with animals and plants and may influence them with strings, just like other NPCs. And so I'm gonna like walk up to the plant,
Mhm.
and kind of like kneel, like squat next to it. It's like, okay, so what's going on, friend?
Can Misty talk to plants?
I can speak with them, and I don't know if it can respond back because I don't have
Absolutely.
the Awaken the Wild one.
You talk to the plant, you see it gesture and move and kind of like loaf about, and it is a beautiful, well, it should be a beautiful variegated monstera plant, but the variegations are small and the leaves are weak, and like some of the bottom leaves are browning, and it's just like, ugh. And you get this vibe of like apathy, and it just doesn't care kind of from it. You don't know what it's saying. But I would like you to give me a defy disaster roll, please. And you can go plus spirit on this because this is being in touch with nature.
Okay, cool. Let me roll my dice. I'm also gonna use my +1 forward for this.
Perfect.
Okay, that's not a great roll, but it's okay because I have my plus spirit and my so that'll be an 8.
An 8, perfect. That is another mixed beat. So hard choice. You get to succeed, but there might be a little bit of a sacrifice. The sacrifice is, you know how to fix this plant. You know the amount of light and water and care and love and speaking to it needs, and you know that Arabella doesn't. So the news is, you need to break the news that you need to take care of this plant, not her. So the hard choice is, do you tell this bratty princess that you need to take something from her, or do you just let her plant die? So either way, which do you think she's going to be more mad at you for?
Okay.
You will succeed on either one. Either one will be a success. It'll just have a different outcome.
Princess,
Yeah.
is there any way I could borrow your plant for a few days just to try to get it back up to speed? I can get it back up to speed, and then I can like write you a list of things to do for it, and you can have it back and everything.
Oh my god. Okay, we just stop. Sure, take the plant. I am going to have a serious conversation with Mom about people. I really don't think you should be taking this
I'm
stuff,
just
but
borrowing
whatever,
it.
Whatever. Just fix the plant. You're good at that. You're very good at that.
No, I just want to get it
course.
back to the state it should be, and then I will give it back to you with like suggestions, so you can still have it. It's your plant still. I'm just hospitalizing it for a bit.
You can tell that her eyes have glazed over now, and she's so done and just like so annoyed.
Misty
plus
looks
one
like she's
to
gonna
dealer's
cry.
choice. I'm gonna give a +1 to from a +1 from Joseph Maher. I don't know if that means anything to anyone. Didn't specify, but I'm going to give that to our lovely Frida for having that awkward moment of jealousy and that really nice transparent character moment. But Misty, she does look to you and she goes, okay, fine. Okay, well, I'm going. I guess I'll see you later on or whatever. And then she like flits away and the owl's head turns. towards you, like stays turning, so it's at the 180, and it's still me mugging Steve as he goes. So does anybody have anything else they think they would do throughout the day? Is there any, does anybody have any customers in mind that they were kind of hoping to see? Like, I will obviously throw that NPC at you that you as players don't know yet, but is there another person that they think that they are kind of like hoping to see before the speed dating event? Or something they want to do before it? It doesn't have to be a person. It can be an event. It could be a task.
I think sorry, if unless someone else had an idea, Misty's gonna try to find emotional support from someone because she looks like she's about to cry from the interaction with the princess.
Oh no, okay.
She's just sulking in the tea corner now.
Between social interactions like this, if we do get things like conditions or problems or issues come up, you can absolutely approach your fellow characters for emotional support. Who sees Puck or Misty, apologies, I keep mixing player and character names. Who sees Misty kind of upset by Arabella in all this? Do both of you see, or?
Yeah, I think it's very easy to see when Misty's upset.
Yeah, Misty kind of wears her heart on her sleeve.
Yeah, makes a bit of a ruckus, and yes, of course, Mallory will come over and try and console her. Maybe say, Arabella's like that with everyone. You didn't do anything wrong.
I just didn't want the plant to die.
Frida will awkwardly pat her on the back a couple, like 3 times.
I love it.
It's gonna be okay.
Plants die. That's what they do.
Yeah, but I could tell how bad off it was, and it was just hurting so much, and I just didn't want it to die.
Oh, so we are offering emotional support. Out of the two of you, Frida and Mallory, or both of you may roll if you wish. You can offer emotional support with an actual ability. This is roll heart or roll plus heart or plus spirit. You can roll +3 more if you want to spend a string on Misty, and then we see what happens after you roll. So you both want to roll?
Yeah,
I'd love to. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I offer something?
Or spirit? Yes.
I don't know if this is breaking it, but technically my familiar would give me typically like a +1 for emotional support, but can my familiar give someone else +1 for the emotional support?
Who, I'm assuming, are we using heart or spirit, guys? Okay, we'll give the +1 then to Frida for the heart roll on that, just because if you have a worse roll on that, it's nice for the capybara to help you on that. Or do you want to be bad at it?
I want to be bad at it.
Okay, perfect. Then we'll go with our capybara to our lovely Mallory then. Remember, Frida, you have a +1 forward on this just from donations, and Mallory, I think you still have one +1 forward left. And you have a +1 forward from the capybara. So you have a +2, and Frida, you have a +1 extra onto this. So give me your rolls, besties.
Okay. So that's a 4 + 2.
Oh, say a downbeat. Oh no.
Yeah,
Actually,
I got
don't I have
6.
a second +1? I have a second +1, don't I? I only used 1.
Oh yeah, you have 2. You have 1 from the capybara and 1 from donations. So that's a 7.
I'll use that.
Oh, yes, mixed beat, great. And
I got a downbeat though. I'm very excited about this.
Oh no. Okay, so we do get this. How I want to, because this is emotional support, I'm taking a little bit of the story off of me here and giving it back to Misty. What you hear from Mallory, how does that make you feel?
A little better, just because Mallory is usually the I don't want to say the nicer of the two, but like the less strict of the two. So I feel like Misty would already have a closer relationship with Mallory. So just like having that connection already is like makes them feel a little better initially. Like the plants die all the time comment definitely was not like registering well.
That's the mixed part, yeah.
But like, so it's just like, okay, we have a little bit of help.
Okay, so you get +1 forward, mark an XP, clear a condition, or gain insight from the GM about an obstacle facing one of you. You may pick.
I think I'll get that like obstacle
The insight?
question.
Okay. So in all of this, you're having this heart-to-heart moment, and if anybody here has ever worked in hospitality, customer service, in retail, you know that people around you talk. People around talk when they're in a coffee shop or a restaurant. They think they can't be heard. And while you're giving this emotional support, you hear little chatterings and murmurings about Mabel Marshall. You all know who Mabel Marshall is. She is the top dog CEO of CompHet Corp. And she is making a move soon. Apparently, she has a huge acquisition coming her way. What CompHet Corp does is it acquires land, businesses, property for use of CompHet Corp and their affiliates, which basically is to turn it over for profit in some way, because that is what CompHet Corp does. It absorbs anything colorful and turns it gray and monotonous and burps it out in this capitalistic nonsense. You hear that she's making some movements. You don't know any specifics about it. You just know that she's making movements, which is always bad for the community. And she hasn't made a big acquisition in a couple of months. So this is news. However, we move to our downbeat. And I'm so sorry, Frida. We are going to stagger as your attempt. You've had a moment here where you see everybody is getting attention here, but Frida puts her heart and soul into this place. But the cool girl came and talked to Mallory. Mallory was being heard by Misty. You're feeling some sort of way. We are going to give you the stagger move, which I believe you get to choose, or when you suffer, choose an option. Do you have the stagger reactive move in front of you?
I do.
Perfect. So it's 0 to 3 conditions, because you currently have 0 to 3 conditions.
I would like to kind of I'm going to use hesitate or stumble, but I'm going to use it socially to give it says an opportunity, but can I give her a string on me on
Absolutely.
Mallory.
Absolutely you can. Oh, for Mallory.
Or pardon me, for Misty.
For Misty.
I apologize.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Mallory.
That is so correct. That is so right for that. Yeah, perfect.
Then one more. I have to.
I think it's just choose one option from the 0 to 3 conditions. Sorry, this 0 to 3 conditions means that if you have 0 to 3 conditions marked, these are the options you pick when you stagger. If you have 4 to 5, you pick the top ones.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem. So we have and Misty, you see this. You see Frida go to continue that little pat into something a little bit more, but she stumbles. She falters, and you've seen this happen before, and you gain a string, you gain a little bit of insight into Frida. The day continues.
That also moves me up on my feelings tracker.
Oh, we love it. Oh, I love these special playbook things.
Trials.
Oh yes. Don't worry, I have those in my brain. I'm trials, and I'm trying to throw them at you where I can in the next little while. So is there anything else our lovely baristas want to do before we embark on our evening?
Yes.
Well, go ahead, Mallory.
Thank you. I think Mallory, even though she has the evening off, after the great success with Saoirse earlier, I think she's going to prep a few extra sandwiches for the speed dating event that she can then say came from her.
Nice. Perfect. Do you think Frida, or Mallory rather, has a signature sandwich, something she makes so well? What is her
She does. It's not on the menu, but she makes a great BMT.
Oh, BMT,
Yes.
which is
Uh,
bacon.
Bacon.
Is it mozzarella?
BMT is bacon. The last one is turkey.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
I thought it was bacon meat turkey.
Is it meat? It might just be meat.
I don't know.
what is a BMT? I know. I'm kind of curious because I
Hold
kind of
on.
want to. I love.
I know what
I
a
wanna-
BLT
No, a
is.
BMT. Yeah.
I've never heard of a BMT.
Oh, I think it's.
Oh,
I
you
think
know
it's
what? It's biggest, meatiest, tastiest. That's it. I may have just infringed the copyright here. So let's
that.
go back and let's say a BLT. Yeah?
Okay, perfect. Do you want it to be like bacon, lettuce, turkey, like you were talking about?
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
perfect. I love that. Yeah, they like you know what you're doing in this kitchen, in this like little kitchenette area. There is like a little separate little kitchenette area in the back, but it's got a little window and it's got like a little like an area out the front where your little cash register and stuff is, and that's kind of Mallory's domain in here.
Mhm.
Like the kitchenette, the sort of the wash up area, and that little stand. Like people kind of like the rest of the staff don't really touch it because they know that like that's Mallory's. Like I know where everything's going on here. I know what I'm making. So
Mhm.
you've prepped extra sandwiches for tonight, which is great. You have Sally is kind of flitting around, clearing plates. Does anybody else have anything? I think Frida, you said you had something for the rest of the evening.
I was just going to say, so Frida's specialty is latte art.
Oh,
So she's going to prepare lattes, of course, for customers throughout the day. But she is really hoping to have some warm ones ready to go when the speed dating event
perfect.
starts.
I think, can you roll me a d20, please?
Sure.
If you have
Give
one
me one
handy.
moment, please. I
Absolutely.
do. I have one to hand.
Yeah, I should have specified. I will. There's like I have a d20 table that I will be prompting some rolls on at some point. So if you don't have one handy, I can roll one for you.
Yeah, go ahead and roll one for me because I see a lot of 12s and no 20s
That
at the
is so
moment.
fine. I have some gorgeous d20s that I got recently for an in-person game, and I love rolling. It's so
Oh, that's
pretty.
beautiful.
I'm trying to do the Mua thing where you can see. So chat, I'm so sorry, chat, that is so blurry. So who is that now? Who is that? I hope it's the one I want. It probably is someone. Oh, this is very cute, actually. Brandy Ryan is still hanging around a little bit. You see, she's kind of began canvassing a little bit here and there to some people, and she walks by and she sees some of your latte art. She sees you practicing a little bit of your latte art. And she's like, "My goodness, darling, you are talented. Your work is that's really some cool stuff."
Thank you. I'm really glad you like it. Would you like one?
Oh,
And Frida will offer one to Brandy.
I'm all full up, darling. Thank you. But oh, I think you might actually have another customer here, and she's gonna step away. And I think Brandy, you get that noticing from Brandy again, and it feels like you're like, okay, she saw that I made the tea, and she saw that I made the latte art. Okay, that's nice. But somebody else pops up to the thing, and it's this like really grungy skater kind of girl. She's got like a snapback hat on backwards, like it's like pin straight, like hair kind of like pulled back over her shoulder, in like a low ponytail. She's got like little tattoos here and there. She's got like oversized, think like older Billie or current Billie Eilish, very like big massive jean shorts and like a big like oversized shirt, and she's just like, "You're an artist?"
Um, a little. I do some drawing and painting, mostly
Oh,
lattes.
cool. That's pretty rad, actually. I'm kind of an artist myself, you know. And you see in like you can see, because I'm sure Frida is very astute visually, like can read things pretty well. You've got like you see spray cans in her big baggy pockets, and you see that some of her jeans are stained out of it with spray paint.
That's awesome. I do some painting myself. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Oh, that's cool. That's super cool. Do you have like an exhibition coming up that I can go see, or like you just paint on the streets? Or you like what's your
Oh
vibe?
no, I'm just I just paint for myself, really. I'm not really all that good. Um,
I mean, you're and what is Frida paint kind of like drawing on the latte art?
Frida drew a little Greek key design around the outside of one of them, which is a intricate little shape. And
Oh,
she's done a portrait of Abraham Lincoln. And
he's canon in this universe. He's canon.
uh, and then she's got a picture of someone's dog because she knows they're going to be there tonight. So she made a picture of their golden retriever.
Oh, that's so cute. I love Frida. She's so cute. Um, she's. I'm sorry. I love telepathic narwhal. Grungy skater girl. My other weakness. I'm screaming. But I'm living for chat talking about all of these characters. She just kind of says, "Well, that's dope. Do you ever like collab paint? Like, do you ever like paint with like collab with other artists? Like, do you ever paint with other people? Like, because that's pretty cool. That's pretty dope."
I never have, but it sounds fun.
It's the best, especially when you take it and you see that she notices Brandy is still like hovering about, and she's like, when you do art in your house and definitely not outside on buildings where you're not supposed to. Yeah, definitely there. So yeah, uh, uh maybe we could. I'll get a coffee. I'll get a latte from you
Oh,
first.
sure. And I'd like to make her one, and I want to make it really, really pretty. Um,
Okay.
so what kind of roll should I make to make an
I am going
impressive?
to say entice because this is appealing to somebody's sensibilities.
All right. This is a heart roll. It's a good thing I have a forward left.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I got a 10.
Oh my god, that is our first full upbeat of the night. So you gain a string on them. So you now gain a string uh,
On this person I haven't
on
met
this
introduced
person.
myself yet.
You don't know her name. You gain a string on them, and they get to choose one. Get flustered and awkward, promise something they think you want, or give in to desire. And she's gonna take the coffee and just say, like, well, I don't know if this is a lot or anything, but maybe like sometime when you're free, we could like head out and like paint together, or like I could show you what I do, and you could show me what you do, and we could.
That would
That's not too much, right?
no, that sounds delightful. I really appreciate it. I'm Frida, by the way.
Ah,
Hi.
Billy Green.
It's good to meet you, Billy. Yeah, I look forward to it.
She kind of laughs, and she says like, I don't know, you just have this. I'm sorry, I laughed. You just have this really cute kind of awkward laugh, awkward kind of. It's yeah, and she kind of like takes out a piece of paper and writes down a number and slides it across the thing. She's like, let's hang out, and then she dips.
And
Um,
I am blushing to my ears. Frida has the tips of her ears are practically purple.
Perfect. We'll get a. Does our lovely Misty have anything they want to do for until the evening, just before we head on our break? How are they feeling? Are you there, Misty?
Oh, Misty
You
is
good?
there. I'm so sorry. Could you repeat the question real quick?
You're fine. Don't worry. We're about to head into the next portion of our campaign of our episode, is there anything Missy wants to do between now and the speed dating event that we're going to get into?
I think if Misty was allowed to, they'd try to see if they could run home to get changed before the event, because they're like,
You definitely have time.
Okay, cool.
You have time between the events. Don't worry. You guys close at about 5 and the event is at about like 7 or half 7. So don't worry. You have plenty of time
Like,
to go home and change. Odile wouldn't send you in your aprons. Don't worry.
Because they're just
she did say specifically you're not working.
They're like, I'm wearing, this is not an outfit I should be wearing to a speed dating event. And they're like, I have to take care of this plant now, and I have to lug it home so I can put it out on the balcony. And like, they're just like so many like thoughts in their head. So there's probably been a couple of wrong orders because they're like using the wrong tea blends because they're so stressed.
Just before we go to break, we're going to go to break in about 5 minutes, but I am going to ask for a roll here based on that little piece, if you don't mind. I want to defy disaster roll from our Misty here, because you are trying to hold it together from being stressed.
The coffee and the tea looking ones. Okay, that's not the worst thing. I got. Sorry, I'm trying to pull. I'm like flipping between tabs.
That's okay.
For the Defy Disaster one, I got I'm gonna which one did you want me to roll with, by the way? My choice. Okay.
That is your choice with Defy Disaster, as long as you can spin it to me.
I think I'm gonna roll with Heart because it's kind of charming with how like flustered.
You're trying to keep the socials together. You're trying to keep like the outside
very
not
much
looking
so.
like the inside.
And so I got I got an 8.
Ooh, that is a mixed beat. So once again, I'm going to have to give you a hard choice, and the hard choice is: do you get the orders perfect, but are outwardly kind of cold and short with Frida, who's giving you the orders from customers, or do you get the orders a little bit wrong and are kind towards Frida?
I think Misty would be getting them wrong because she cares far more about being nice to her coworkers and her customers than getting them right. Especially but it's even more like frustrating because she is newer to this position, so it's like but she wants to cultivate being nice.
Perfect. Frida, so many orders have come out wrong today from the tea section, and it is stressful, but you see Misty and you see them trying so hard, and you know what happened earlier. How does Frida feel about it, seeing this happen?
Frida feels like somehow she's responsible for this.
Oh no.
So Frida is going to, first of all, make sure she's very clear with every order. But she's also going to approach Misty and ask them, are you doing okay? Do you need help?
I'm so sorry. I got so thrown off from the interaction with the princess earlier, and I've never done a speed dating event before other than like working one, and I've only worked one before, and I don't know what to wear for this, and I don't know what to do for this, and I've never dated anyone before, Frida. I don't know what to
do. So I haven't been to one either, and I'm really nervous. I'm just gonna wear like what I wear. I kind of don't have much variety, but you know, if you've got something flattering, that would be what you want to go for, right?
Something flattering. Okay. I will figure that out. I have a lot of choices. I went
That's amazing.
thrift shopping recently, and I'll see if my roommate can help.
I would happily help. I'm not sure you should trust my advice, but if you need me, you know my number.
Is it okay if I text you pictures of the outfits?
And if Frida takes her eyes get really big and she kind of inhales a little bit. Yes. Yeah, that would be I would love to take a look and help
Thank you.
any way I can.
Can I give you a hug?
Yes. Yeah. I would love that. That
Like-
would be
How does Frida feel about all of this emotion being thrust upon her?
Frida at this point is a little bit concerned about Misty. she's wondering if she's going to be okay for tonight or if she's going to break out crying. But at the same time, Frida's a little bit concerned that she might break out crying too. So
Okay.
we're going to mutually hug, although Frida is really bad at it.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Missy's
So
great
expect
at it.
more single back pats.
Missy almost lifts you
Aw.
off the ground. She's like gives you such a big hug.
Thank you.
Some people look over, and there's a little bit of attention drawn by this little moment.
The capybara is aware and is looking at all of them.
To the people, a lot of people on the outside, they would think the capybara is like a plush, because we have this veil of magic versus real.
Mhm.
I will resolve one thing before we head to our break. I think that is a bit. I think this is a lot of stress on Frida right now with wrong orders. Somebody's pouring out emotions to them. I'm afraid. I think I'm gonna have to stagger you again on that.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
For Frida.
No, look,
This is
this is how this
exciting.
happens. This is how this happens. And don't feel pressured into my suggestion, but I feel like the bottom option is very what she's doing in this social interaction currently.
Just kind of grin and bear it.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
Because the stress of, firstly, like, so much has happened this morning for Frida. Like, Odile telling you that the shop is not going to be managed by you for the evening, meaning you're losing control of the shop for the evening. 2, you're getting a lot of emotion from Misty right now. And 3, you have some angry customers who've been a bit like rude over the bad orders. So there's a lot of emotion happening right now for Frida that she has to put the mask up for.
Yeah, and I am utterly humiliated. So Frida is really afraid the news is going to spread, and she is not sure how this is going to affect Odette and Odile's opinion of her and how she works. So she's just going to be kind of smaller even than usual, and probably won't make any more latte art today.
Oh, what are the 2 conditions she's going to mark from this bottom choice?
She's going to I said grin and bear mark 2 conditions. So I have to lash out at someone and hesitate or stumble?
No.
Oh, no, sorry. Mark 2 conditions. The conditions are angry, frightened, guilty, hopeless, and insecure.
Ah, okay.
You get 2 of those.
She's feeling she's very, very insecure right now. And she's also a little bit angry, but there is no way she is going to let anybody find that out.
Of course. Well, that is where we're going to take our break, folks. We have some tension in the cafe. We have some emotion. We have some concern, and we have everything is kind of boiling over for Frida. So let's hope tonight can relax her a little bit. Let's hope our lovely Mallory and Misty can see something going on with her and maybe help her out a little bit. As well as that, we have 2 conditions, which is the kind of the equivalent of taking damage. You can donate if you want to free up Frida's conditions and make her feel better. You absolutely can donate to give her donation emotional support. And we have made our goal, but we want to keep going as much as we can. And we're going to take about a 5-10 break, and we're going to come back for our lovely speed dating. event.
Hooray!
Thank you so much, everyone. See you
Alright.
soon. Let's go. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back, welcome back. We are Barista Babes, our Thirsty Sword Lesbians game here on D8 Dungeon. We are raising money for the PCRF, the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, and we have already raised our goal, and we still have one more game after this tonight. So that is huge, incredible. Keep donating if you can. If you can't, keep sharing. We want to try and raise as much as possible. But with that, we are going to head straight back into our game, because our baristas have a little speed dating night that they are not working, they're attending. You all leave. I'm sure pictures are sent between, maybe pictures of outfits are sent between people. I know Misty was definitely going to be sending some outfits to some people. Everybody's kind of dressed up a little bit, you know, getting ready. All the characters, so all of you now arrive back. Odile has set the place up perfectly. She did come back into the shop before you all left to set up with Sorrow. And the two of them set up. You all arrive as she set the place up perfectly, but is nowhere to be seen. Coffees, all of your usuals are out for you. So there's a double espresso, but there's also a latte for Frida.
She knows me too well.
Exactly. There is a peach oolong milk tea with whatever flavor of boba Misty is really into right now. And there is a really really nice looking dirty matcha latte for Mallory sitting there. Does Mallory take her, is it iced? Does she go iced or not?
Oh, not ice, no,
Iced.
but double espresso.
Yes, it is like you see that like it's still got that beautiful separation of like the sort of the coffee sitting on top that you can stir around yourself, because everybody likes to stir their own coffee. It's just more fun, and it's in that beautiful like heat-proof glass, so you can see all these beautiful colors running through it. All your coffees are ready. You see some more coffee. You see a beautiful display of sandwiches, which have all been put out. Mallory recognizes those. She made pretty much all of them this morning, or just as she was leaving, so they'd be nice and fresh. And you also see your coworker, Miss Sally. Sally, her surname is French, Boucher. She heads up to you all and she's like, "Oh my god, guys, are you like? I can't believe we got the evening off. This is crazy. Like, we never get the evening off, but like, this is crazy. Are you guys excited? I'm kind of excited."
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really looking for anything, but it's good to get out.
Yeah, I mean, same, I guess. But you know,
Frida is gauging the environment, and since everybody else seems excited to be there, she's going to be excited to be there too. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
am I
We'll
back?
meet some people.
You're back.
I
Oh,
did the thing again.
It's the heterocorp that's
Yeah,
that's
Het
working
Corp
against
is,
you.
or Het Comp
Het
Corp
Corp.
is trying to
Yeah.
steal our GM.
Absolutely. Remember, guys, donate to stop Compet Corp. So we are here. You're at the event. Sally comes up and she's like, "Well, like, you guys are excited. Well, and you said you're not looking, but like, I'm not really either." You know she's lying. You absolutely know she's lying. But you know that she's quite repressed and she's just here to have fun.
In
You
quotation
all
marks.
kind of mingle. Yeah, very that. You all kind of mingle a little bit. And you see Sorrow kind of get up onto a little plinth that is there. And she just kind of welcomes you all. They are a very dreary looking elf. You all know that they are an elf, but most people can't see that. They just have very sharp features. Welcome to Lesbian's Coffee House, guests. Let's all begin our quarterly speed dating event. So I'm going to start the timers. You'll take your seats when I ring the bell. You swap. We begin in like 5 minutes or whatever. And I would like to say this to chat. You all have the power to manually like spin the dice again if our baristas are in a situation that maybe is awkward, or maybe they don't want to be in, or maybe they're having too good of a time and you want to spin it up. You can absolutely donate to make me re-roll the dice and make everybody move around again, which I think is hilarious. And off. Is anybody looking for anybody in particular?
I would really like to see Saoirse or Billy, if they happen to be
You
there.
absolutely see the both of them, and
Oh,
Brandy
no.
Ryan for that matter.
And Brandy
both of them are
Ryan.
here. There's so many regular faces are here. Mallory, are you interested in seeing anyone in particular? You're just kind of here to vibe.
Oh no, I'm absolutely here to see Saoirse.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
So she's 100% there, and she is talking with her sister. Her sister also has a name, is Sandra. Sandra's like a kind of newly out. I want to say emo. She just came out as emo. Congrats. No, but she's kind of very like new into like this like emo scene. She's got the big like, she's got her hair like really big and like straightened on the ends, even though it's like naturally coily. She's like silk pressed the bottoms and kept the top kind of big, and she's got like raccoon like dye, and she's got like the like she's real 2007 scene kind of vibes off of her, and she's living her best life. Yes, telepathic narwhal, the biker girl, is here. That is Saoirse. The biker girl and the skater girl are here. Don't worry. You also see a really cute kind of like. She looks like she's wearing like a milkmaid dress almost. It's not
Ooh,
really, but it looks
hello.
kind of fashion. It's very like it's very like coquette, very cottage core kind of vibes. And she's just kind of milling around. You actually all know her. She is Priscilla Cooper. She is a baker who delivers some baked goods to the cafe. Mallory, you know her really well. She's got like a really short, ashy blonde bob and perpetual apron wearer. She's very confident and she's like kind of milling about and she's like saying hi to everyone and she's like, Mal, hi Mallory. She waves at you.
I absolutely wave back, and I'd like to. Can I walk up to her and
Absolutely.
ask if she's looking for anything in particular tonight?
Honestly, I'm kind of, it's a bit weird, but I'm kind of glad to see all you guys here. Like, I've always thought you guys are so cool, and like this gives us a chance to like get to know each other a little better, you know. And she kind of like it gives you a very knowing look.
A knowing look, right? Can I entice her?
Absolutely, you can. Give me an entice roll.
Yeah. I'm gonna give an entice roll with wit.
It's plus heart.
Oh, is it heart? Sorry, yes.
Yes, that's okay.
So 7 minus 1.
A downbeat. What do you say to try? Is this just a what are you looking for thing? Is that your entice kind of?
No, so see, Mallory is at the stage in her life where she just really is looking for somebody to settle down with, even though she'd
Yes.
never tell you this. So she's just
Mhm.
trying to flirt with everybody, but she's not very good at this.
Okay,
So
cool. How
yeah,
do you
so
think her
she's
bad flirting goes?
well, I think what she tries to say is, oh, who are you or what are you looking for? What kind of person are you looking for? But it kind of comes out as, who are you looking for? That kind of thing.
And
So it's just
she kind of
really
goes.
awkward.
She kind of goes. I'm just kind of here to like you talk to everyone. Yeah, you guys are. I'm glad you're here. I was actually just chatting with Brandy and we've so like kind of a business thing to talk about. But I'll talk. Hopefully, I'll see you on a table, I guess. And Saoirse overhears your conversation, and you see a little bit of disappointment twinkle in Saoirse's eyes a little bit, and she seems a little bit like not upset, but just kind of like, oh, she playing the field. I thought she kind of liked me. Like that's the vibe you're getting. So it's a little harsh. Do you think this is a pretty staggering emotional blow for Mallory, or does she feel like she can weather it?
No, I feel like that was pretty upsetting for everybody involved, including Mallory.
Yeah, I would like you to stagger. So,
Okay.
so please, if you can see the stagger move, I would like you to pick an option from the 0 to 3.
Um, I'm gonna say she's actually gonna try and grin and bear it for now.
Okay, take 2 conditions.
Yeah.
And like that makes sense because you have a business relationship with this girl. You don't want to like upset her. You don't want to like get a bit like. What conditions are we marking?
I'm gonna go with insecure and guilty.
Okay. Oh, guilty because you saw Saoirse and insecure
Yeah.
because okay. Just before you get started, and it's almost reaching that 5-minute mark when Sally approaches. Oh my god, guys, I might be sick. I can't. My sister is here. Why is my sister here? Why is my sister here? And you all know that Sally is queer, but you know she's not out to her family. And being at a speed dating event with her sister here is a bit rough. You all know her sister, Tony Boucher. She is the assistant to Mabel Marshall, the CEO of Compet Corp. You also see Mabel Marshall walk into the room to attend this event.
Oh,
the
shit.
the CEO herself. You see her walk in, and you see Sally's face just drop and turn white, and she just says, "Oh, guys, Odile, she's gone. She's not here. But Mabel, she's like the CEO. She's with her. Why would she be here? Tony was talking about her excitement over a new acquisition. Like, you don't think she's trying to take the cafe? Like, she's not going to take the cafe. Like, she can't take the cafe. Like, what is she? And you can see her freaking out.
Okay. Just take a deep breath.
Okay.
Like breathe in 1, 2, 3. Hold. Three,
Am I,
2, 1.
am I breathing on the numbers or am I holding on the numbers? I'm so confused.
You breathe in on the numbers, hold them on the numbers, and then breathe out on the numbers. Can I roll for emotional support?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
I am gonna get
Yes,
a plus
please.
1 because my capybara is gonna help me. For
You
once
all have a
not-
string on her too, so
Okay.
you can spend a string to gain +3 to emotional support if you ever want to.
Okay. I think I'm not gonna spend it right now, but I'm gonna take
Perfect.
that +1 for my my capybara. Dice, don't you dare fuck me. Oh, thank God the dice didn't fuck me. So I got a 8. Or no, a 10. Sorry, my math is off.
Oh,
I'm a driving queer, not a
amazing.
math queer.
Amazing. If they open up to you, they choose one, and you either choose one or take a string on them. So you may take a string on them, but
Okay.
I'm going to say she was feeling a little bit frightened. I was going to say that this was giving her the frightened condition, and she's going to clear that. She is fine. She opens up to you and she just says, okay, well, I really love it here, and I love that everybody is so like open and like cool, and like I want to be like you guys. I want to be like, I want to date people. I don't care who they are. I don't like that my sister works for Combat Corp, and I don't want her to find out any of that. And I don't want them to take the cafe.
Okay, does your sister know you work here?
Yes, she knows I work
Okay.
here. She comes here sometimes.
You could
but, like,
just say you were asked to fill in for a spot. So you're not here on your own terms. You were just asked to fill in because they didn't have enough people to fill out the event.
Okay, yeah, you.
And if it helps,
you're right.
Steve can get your sister.
That shouldn't be necessary. But
Okay, good.
Thanks, Steve.
Like, he's ready if need be. He's
okay. Well, thanks, Misty. I feel better with with you around. But and as she goes to give the rest to speak the rest, you just hear "go" from Sorrow as people just start to take their seats, and a bell rings, and you guys have to take your seats. Are you trying to aim for particular seats?
Frida wants to sit on the end so that there aren't as many people around.
Perfect.
Lots of elbow room.
Perfect. We'll be getting you to roll for your person. So, Mallory, are you aiming to sit beside someone?
I think normally, and about 5 minutes ago, Mallory would aim to sit in next to Sarsha. However, she is a little bit hurt, so I think she needs a bit of support. So she's going to sit next to Frida.
Oh, okay. So we won't get you guys to roll. You guys will sit. You guys are sitting at a speed dating table together now to kind of. Do you want to do this as a way to try and give each other emotional support here in the middle of this?
That would be lovely. Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a moment. Misty, who are you trying to aim for someone, or are you just taking a seat?
I think Misty would just take a seat because her reaction's slightly delayed. And so by the time she looks up, there's so few seats left.
She's a late girly. Okay,
just
so
perpetually.
Give me a D20 roll, please.
Okay.
I'll tell you if you need to re-roll or not
Do
because
I
I have
use
you
the
guys
trans
listed.
die or the wooden one?
Let's go trans die.
Okay. I got a 6.
6.
I forgot to manifest the one.
Okay. You take a seat, and a woman in a grey pantsuit sits down opposite you with a slick back bun scraped up off her face. Half moon glasses sit perched on her nose. This woman is in her mid to late 30s. She is like, she looks as if she's been like, her face is like glassy skin. She has like piercing blue eyes, dark hair scraped up into that bun, and just this very sharp power suit. And she just looks at you. So you're one of the baristas here, right? Nice to meet you. I'm Mabel.
Hi, I'm Misty. And she like reaches her hand out on instinct to shake her hand.
She shakes your hand and crushes your hand in a very powerful business-like handshake.
She's trying so
And she
hard
just
not to
says-
cry.
She just says, "So, what are you looking for?"
I don't know.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm looking to make money. I like money. I make a lot. I own Compet Corp, actually, and CEO.
Do you like
I don't think
running
this is
it?
going to work, actually. And she looks you up and down.
Do you like running Compet Core?
What do you think? Of course I do. It makes me a lot of money.
But does it make you happy otherwise?
I just said money. That means happy. Yeah, this isn't going to work, babe. I'm just going to... And she kind of turns to the side and looks away from you.
How can you run a Compet organization if you're at a queer dating event?
You gotta feel out the competition, my darling. I want you to give me a figure out a person roll, please.
Okay. I also can get a +1 to this because as part of my familiars thing, they can also help me out with an additional basic move.
Ooh, morning coffee. Sorry, we got a morning coffee and a bell ring. So we're gonna get to... Unfortunately, we got the bell ring, so y'all's emotional support is not gonna happen, I'm afraid. But I'm gonna say, because you got the first condition, Frida, we're gonna take that angry condition off you and leave you with that insecure. It was dealer's choice. I get to pick somebody to remove a condition. You were the first one to get one, so you're gonna get one taken. This is a really nice story moment to bell ring. Give me that figure out a person roll as you move to a new seat. And I want my other two players to give me D20 rolls, please.
Oh, it's not a good one. I got a 7.
Okay, you may ask. Do you have the figure out a person
have it.
thing open?
I
You get
did.
to ask 2 questions.
What do you love most?
Money.
How would you feel if I took you out sometime
Ooh.
to show you the
She
queer
looks
side
you
of
up and
things?
down. She looks you up and down and just says,
Or actually,
I
I'm
wouldn't
so sorry.
feel.
Okay, I was gonna rephrase my question, but never mind.
Go for it.
I was just gonna say I was gonna change it to how would you feel if I made you tea sometime?
She just goes, I only drink coffee. And then she's going to ask you a question.
Okay.
How could I get you to work for me?
You can't.
All right, be gone. And she stays in her seat. She doesn't move. You leave. Money, I'm dead. Yes. Thank you, Declan. Yes, I do enjoy her. So what do we get on our D20 rolls? Frida first.
I got a 3.
3. Oh, that is... what did you get, Mallory?
I got a 5.
Okay, so we'll do Mallory first because... you are sitting across from one of the most beautiful women you've ever seen. And you know this face. It's very long, very elegant, a scraped up updo, very precise, 2 beautiful hairpins. This is Queen Eustace herself, the Queen of the Fae. Can I get you to roll again for me, Frida? And then Misty, if you would roll for me too, please.
I got an
So
8.
I'm sitting across from Queen Eustace?
No, sorry, that's Mallory that's sitting across from
Okay.
Eustace. I need you to roll again for me, Frida, because you actually got Mallory as your option, because I put you guys on the list too. But I re-rolled the ones that are already taken or have already gone somewhere else.
Lucky 13.
Ooh.
Lucky 13. You are sitting in front of a woman a bit older than Sally, but looks just like her. You're sitting next to Tony Boucher, the assistant to Mabel Marshall. You got a 6, was it, Misty?
I got an 8.
An 8. Apologies. You are sitting next to Priscilla Cooper, the baker girl, who we're going to start with Frida because we just ended with Misty, and then we're going to go to Mallory and back to Misty. So Frida, you sit next to, you see Tony Boucher like, what's up?
Hi, I'm Frida. It's good to see you.
Nice to meet
And
you
she'll
too.
shake her hands.
You work with my sister? You work here, yeah?
Yeah, I do. And I'd like
can I
to
ask,
try to. Oh, yes,
can I ask you something?
sure.
Is she happy here?
I think so. She seems
Okay.
happy.
All right. What are you looking
I'd
for?
like me. I'd like to try to figure out Tony.
Absolutely.
And see what the right answer to this question is.
100%. Please go for it.
Okay, so this is a wit roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is a 9 + 1, 10.
A 10. That is a upbeat. Amazing. You get to ask 2 questions now or later in the scene. And out of those 2 questions that are in the figure out a person thing. Also, I know some people get more figure out a person questions. I don't know if the trickster has that, but that's crunchy rules. We don't need that.
Yeah. So one of the trickster questions is who do you want me to be? So I'm going to ask, oh, who are you? What are you looking for? This is I haven't seen you at any of these events before.
No, I'm here with my boss. We're just we like to take a look at certain events that are going on here in town, and who do I want you to be? Well, like she's not going to say that as much, but it's going to be that's the vibe going on in her head. Who do I want her to be? I don't know, someone to. I guess I'm just looking for someone to listen to me.
Really? What do you have to say?
What I have to say doesn't really make the minutes of the meeting, if you catch my drift.
Certainly, it's an interesting time we have here.
I like your outfit.
Thank you. It's so I'm wearing a dark green oversized sweater and khaki
Hell yeah.
pleat pants,
Hell
but I
yeah.
have
That makes
changed
you
my hairpin.
stunning. Do you ask
Um,
another question, or do you want to leave that for later?
I'm going to leave that for later.
Perfect. Mallory, on to you. You are sitting next to Queen Eustace, and she just goes, Mallory, darling, it's so good to see you. You look fabulous.
Oh, thank you. You don't look too bad yourself. What brings you
Obviously.
here?
Well, I'm out on the town with my daughter. She's over there somewhere. I don't really care. We're, just seeing the fields, and you know how things ended with I don't like talking about her, actually. Never mind. But yeah, I'm just out on the town. I'm trying to get cool with the kids. Just get down. How are you?
Good. Just, having a good time. So Mallory doesn't she can see that this is an act. It obviously is an act. It has to be that the princess is putting on, right? Can I try and figure her out?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the queen. This is Queen Eustace.
Oh, sorry,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You're
Queen.
fine. You're fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can
Figure her out.
do it.
I'm gonna 6, 7, 8. That's a 9 with my wit.
Ooh, amazing. That is a mixed beat. So you may ask her 2 questions, and they may ask one of you. Go for it.
Okay. What do you hope to get from this event?
Honestly, the second seat of my throne is annoyingly empty, and I like symmetry. I like things to be paired, and I need a pair. I need someone that like completes me and stuff, but like I'm not really looking for anything too serious. You know what I mean? She's going to ask you, what do you hope to get from this, darling? I know we do a lot of work together, and you help us out and whatnot, but is there nothing that me or my kingdom can provide? Are you looking for something else?
I'm quite happy. Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I'd like to. I'd like to have my own little white picket fence eventually, but I'm quite happy.
So you're looking to fill the other throne in your room too. Oh.
You could say that. Not no pressure though. I'm not actively searching.
Well, I can tell you from one queen to another, you better start actively searching, because if you don't, they're going to pass you by, my love.
As a middle child, I'm well used to that. But thank you.
Well, do what I do. Assert it. Assert your presence around the place, and people catch on. People like you. I'm here. I'm looking for someone to catch my eye in the same sort of way. I don't think we'll be a fit, my love, but it is always good to see you. And if you need to talk, I'm only in the woods. You can come have an audience any time, my darling.
Okay, I think that's fair enough.
She like holds
Yeah,
your
okay.
hands. She holds your hand and she's like, she gives you a little pat. And we're gonna move to our lovely Misty, who I believe had an 8 on the roll. Priscilla
I did.
Cooper, who is a baker who delivers all of your sweet treats and baked goods. And she just goes like, "Oh, hey Misty, oh, it's so good to see you. How are you?"
Oh, hi, Priscilla. I'm having a bit of a day, admittedly. It's really nice to
Oh,
see you.
oh, that's so. Oh, look, we all have those days, but look, this is supposed to be fun. Relax, chill.
I'm trying to, I promise. How are you
Okay, well,
today?
I'm honestly pretty amazing. I made some killer croissants earlier. They were so bomb. They were pink. They're kind
That's
of
so cute.
reddish because of how they cook, and they brown a little bit,
Mhm.
so it's like a pink brown. But they were so delicious, and the insides were all kind of pink and. But what do you do for fun? Like, I see
Um,
you were looking after some sort of plant today. Is that going well?
it's set up in the way that it needs to be set up. The princess was asking for help, and it was not in the best
Princess.
of shape. Oh,
Who goes by? Is that like her name? Is her name
that's a
Princess? You know
nickname.
that. Yeah, you know that she's a human, so she wouldn't know Princess Arabella.
It's a nickname that we and the other
Oh, is
baristas
she
call
kind of?
her.
Is that the real Percy girl over Beyond?
Yeah.
Is that her?
Um,
Oh God, she's so annoying. I don't mean to be a gossip, but she kind of just rubs me up the wrong way.
I just don't think she knows really how to interact with most people. Um, she's used
Oh,
to getting
look,
her way.
some people are just like that. You know what I mean?
I'm.
Ugh, tell
But
me
yeah,
about it.
I had to get take the plant. So I.
That's Yeah, I've seen you look after the plants in here, girl. You've got this. You're so good. You'll be so good at this. And then we're gonna get time on the bell again. And everybody roll me another d20, please.
As I'm moving, I'm gonna say thank you so much. I hope you have fun.
I
She
got a
winks at
3
you.
again. May I re-roll?
Yes.
Immediate
We're gonna try
flush
and.
on like across the whole face.
I think
I
I
got a
think this
Ooh.
is
19.
trying to tell us
I
something,
got a 19.
Frida.
Ooh.
I will re-roll some more.
Yeah. What
Uh,
do we get, Mallory?
I can re-roll if you don't want
15.
to re-roll this time.
Too late.
What is it?
15.
15. 15 from Mallory. What do we get from Misty?
19.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And
That
what did we
scares me.
get from our lovely Frida?
Frida got a 1.
Oh.
Frida got a 1. Oh, Frida,
Oh
we'll go to Frida first. Frida, you end up in your rush and fluster, sit at the one empty table next to you, yourself, Frida. You are number 1 on my list, so you rolled yourself. However, the one empty table does have something propped up on it. It is a mirror. A beautiful mirror sits there, and you see humming to life an image of Frida. We're going to move to Mallory first on this one. We're going to move to Mallory next. I'll go back to the mirror in a second, but you are looking at yourself currently. I will say that Sally is across from you, Misty, and Mallory, you are across from a really pretty biker girl that you recognize from this morning.
Ooh.
She sits down. She's like, "Hey, what's up? You look cool. You look good. Nice.
Hi.
Hi.
I
Saoirse.
yes, Mallory.
Pretty name.
So Saoirse, is it French?
No, Irish actually.
Oh, sorry.
Nah,
So
okay. It's a different language.
Mallory,
People don't know.
Mallory's a little bit flustered from that interaction earlier, and I really probably shouldn't have done that because now I have like a -2 on all of my insight rolls.
Oh no.
That I already have a -1 for my heart.
Oh
So,
no.
I think I'm gonna try and figure them out again.
Go for it. Roll plus wit to figure them out. They kind of look at you and they're just like, they kind of look like they want to say something, but they kind of don't know how to speak it right now.
Okay, I got a 7.
You got a 7. That is a mixed
with
beat.
my wit. Yeah.
Perfect. That's a full 7 total, is it?
Yes.
Perfect. Remember, if you want to help our baristas succeed, you can donate and give them +1s. Because succeeding on a 7 to 9 means they get a mixed beat, which means something good, something bad, kind of. And a 10 is a full upbeat, which means something great happens. Or you can give them -1s to make sure they get a downbeat and we get some interesting stuff happening. So you get to ask your questions.
How could I get you to give me a ride on that bike?
I mean, you just have to like come on a side sometime. Like I don't have it with me today. I walked. But I'm around like tomorrow. Like I come here all the time for coffee. I don't think I see you that often, but it's because I don't usually get food here. I go to this other place, and she's kind of rambling a little bit. And she does relax around you a little bit now. And the conversation does go back into that natural kind of bumbly conversation that she had with you this morning. And you can tell that she still has these, like, she still has a little infatuation with you. And she says, yeah, we can hang out sometime and go biking, but we got to be really careful. I've got an extra helmet. We've got all that kind of stuff. We got to be really careful because like that stuff's dangerous, man. But you, I don't mean to be weird, but I kind of saw you talking to that other girl, and she's really like she's so pretty. But what are you looking for?
Oh, that no, don't worry about that. No, that was nothing. That was nothing. I'm just looking to see how life goes. I no expectations or anything. I just want to have a good time and talk to people I like, which is why I'm here.
Oh, people you like. Cool. Do you have one more question for her?
I do. So, what do you hope to get from this event? Why are you here?
Honestly, I had a weird breakup like half a year ago, and like she didn't really know what she wanted. I just kind of want to meet someone who like knows what they want in life, you know, someone who's like someone's got a bit of experience and is like understands like what's going on, like who they are, like that's kind of what I'm after. And like, this is gonna be so corny, man. I'm so sorry, but you just seem like you know what's going on.
Well, I mean, I don't know what's going on, but I do know what I want. So, I think that sounds like a terrible time you've had.
The rebel rings for you too, and we're going to move over to Misty first. We're going to kind of go back in time a little bit to the start of the round for Misty. You were across from somebody, I said. You're across from Sally. Sally's like, "Hi, Misty.
Hi, how are you holding up?
Oh, so nervous. These people are all so beautiful, and I'm so like,
It could be
But
worse.
she's-
I sat across from your sister's boss first thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a -1 for Mallory in. So for Mallory's next roll, she gets a -1.
That's so mean.
As if I'm not having a hard enough time here.
Okay.
Well, thank you to whoever donated that.
Thank you so much for the donations. -1s, +1s, whatever you want. They're still fun. They drive the game in a creative, fun way. Failure is always good in TSL. It's just as much a success. We can get to where we want. Sally just goes, "You sat across from Mabel?"
I did.
What?
She's so scary.
Oh my god, man.
I don't know how your
stresses me
sister
out.
deals with her.
Oh, Tony's crazy, man. Like she's so stone faced. Like she can just. I'm the only other person I've really seen withstand BS as much as Tony is free. Like that girl, she can withstand somebody being so mean.
Oh,
Like those
Frida would be
customers
so
are
good
mean.
against her.
I don't know.
Have you met anyone so far that you particularly liked?
Maybe we talk about it tomorrow. I don't want to like jinx
Okay.
anything.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh, good. I get it.
Okay. Ding. You guys get the bell too. And we move to Frida across from yourself.
Frida and the mirror.
Yes, the mirror a vision appears of Frida, and this Frida looks a little different. Her hair. How does Frida wear her hair?
Ordinarily, so Frida has stick straight blonde hair
Mhm.
that she pulls into a low ponytail. It's very restrained, and there are no flyaways. And she has bangs, but she pulls them back into little bobby pins.
Perfect. So, with your hair being so restrained, this Frida's hair is down. There's no bobby pins. There's no whatever. She's wearing a t-shirt, no jacket. She's wearing an open cardigan, and she's wearing a skirt that comes to the mid, like shin. So it's not like a floor length skirt or pants. She looks a little different, and she's got a little bit more makeup on. She's just a little bit more like it looks like you. It's uncanny. It feels like a sister maybe. And she looks at you and she just kind of says, "Still not talking about it?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on, girl. Don't give me that. You know what not talking about it does?
Well, it's easier that way, at least,
Is
in
it?
the short term.
Is it easier that way? I don't know. I can see it. I think you're gonna pop. And it's not gonna be good for you. It's not gonna be good for me, because duh, I am you.
Yeah, I have some questions about that.
Oh yeah, I'm Odil's magic mirror. So I reflect your deepest insecurities. And no, I'm just joking. I'm kind of shitting with you. I'm not really you. I just look like you right now. But I know what's going on in here. I know what's happening. I can see it. Mirrors crack. Yours is about to.
Well, I've got some friends here I can talk to. I can
Sure.
talk to the other girls. That would be
But
good.
do you?
Well, I haven't. I mean, yet.
Hmm.
And Frida kind of refuses to make eye contact with the mirror.
Yeah, of course. I'm going to go a little outside the book here. I would like you to make a defy disaster roll for me.
Okay.
The consequences of which are going to be a little bit dire. This is the disaster you're trying to defy is the mirror reading you,
Okay.
reading who you are as a person.
Well, with that in mind, a defy disaster roll is stat agnostic, right?
Yes, you can pick.
So what I'd like to do
How,
is I would like to see using wit that's what she's trying to do, because I try to do that a lot. So I'm
perfect.
going to give that a shot with wit.
Mhm.
And I'm going to drop one of my dice off the table. Okay, I got a 6.
That is a downbeat. Disaster not averted. Your face is readable to this mirror. I am going to take a string on Frida.
Oh no. Frida's getting awfully
Um,
close to expressing feelings, I'll have you know.
I'm going to take a string on Frida, and she is going to stagger again. This is vastly uncomfortable for Frida, having her emotions be thrown out to her like this. And we have a bell ring in chat, so you're going to have to deal with that as you move on to the next table. While you're choosing your option and resolving that, we can resolve it kind of as you're going, or even resolve it in front of the mirror just before you go. But I will be getting another D20 roll from you, and there's going to be some. We're going to say that the passage of time, there's been a few tables here and there between this, like between each round, there's been kind of a couple tables here and there. Can we get Misty's roll first?
Okay, I got a 5.
5. I think we've had a 5 so
I do
far.
think we've also had a 5.
5. That's fine. Actually, no, apologies. I'm going to keep you on the 5. I have you next to someone. I've decided. I'm kind of manipulating the table based on who we've gotten and story-wise where we're going. Mallory, what did we get? Oh, you're muted, my darling.
Sorry. 11.
Okay. 11. Oh, awkward.
Uh-oh.
Awkward. And Frida?
Frida got a 17.
Frida got a 17. That's great. I'll resolve that in a second. Wait, we have a donation from Mallory to flirt with Hephaestus. I wonder who that's from. Thank you so much for the donations, everybody. Actually, we've hit 5,125 euro. That's freaking insane.
Oh my
like
god.
we've gotten 125 euros since the stream started. Like, this is bonkers. You're all so cool. But to flirt with Hephaestus, really? Okay. I will do you justice.
Okay.
I will do you justice. Mallory, you end up sitting next to the mirror. We'll get to that in a moment.
Okay.
Frida, what did you get again, my darling? Was it a 17?
17.
Oh, you're sitting next to somebody you don't recognize. So we'll start with Misty. We'll move to Frida, and then we're going to go to the disaster that is going to be me impersonating Festa. This is the crossover event we've all wanted. Also, I will note to chat, this is the final bell ring. So we're going to wrap up this scene after this, and we're going to move into something a little bit after this.
Scary.
So, oh my god. I'm trying to picture Hephaestus in my mind a little bit and how she sounds. So, like, Amber, I'm so sorry. You're right here in this little chat, and you're.
What if we just have Amber do it?
Honestly, but yeah, no pressure.
Mephisto.
So Mephisto, that's the new ship. Declan, you have to make Mallory canon now in Romancing the Dungeon.
Oh my god.
We could have Justina play Mallory.
I'm going to be the next Dahlia.
Break her heart. So where did I say we were starting? I've got flustered.
With me.
Is it with Misty? Thank you, Misty. So we're going to start with you, my love. You are sitting next to Princess Arabella. And she just goes like, "Oh, it's you. Hi.
Hi, Princess. How are you doing?
How's Rupert?"
He's doing good. I have him set up in the plant room.
Okay.
He's making lots of friends with my turtle ferns.
The owl is mean mugging Steve.
Steve's
But
like mean mugging back.
There's a weird tension between the two of them. Now they're like, are we friends? Are we enemies? I don't know. We're gonna find out. And she just kind of looks at you and also remember that if you guys want to fight some of these people, fight can be social also, by the way, just letting you know.
Can Steve and the owl fight?
If you would like to fight and
Magical
have
girl.
flavor it be that they are fighting and the two of you are like kind of like we can do that in a moment. She just goes, good, I'm glad that you're taking care of it. Like I heard you're like good at that or something. Like I heard you're like really like talented and like really good with plants and like make like the best tea ever. Like that's what Mom says.
Oh, I just work with a lot of plants. A lot of people tend to give me their plants, and so I have to research how to take care of them.
You are annoying me so much. Like you're so good at these things. Why aren't you just like confident about it?
What?
You're like really good at stuff. Why do you think I came to you for the plant?
I just
You're like
figured...
really good at plants. Like I know that you're good with them. Like and I know you're really talented and like pretty. So like of course I came to you for help. What? You don't know you're pretty? That's a little awkward. I'm not gonna lie. But you are, like obviously. Why do you think I'm sitting next to you?
I thought you were sitting next to me because you had to.
You're so funny. I don't go anywhere that I have to. I don't have to do anything. I'm a princess. I'm a princess. You know, I can't say it out loud. You know.
If it makes you feel better, I've told some of the people that we just call you Princess as a nickname. So
that's so funny. That
if that helps with slip-ups. Oh,
that makes me sound like such a bitch. That's so funny.
I thought you'd find it entertaining because, yeah.
No, I do. That's like so mean. I love that for you. Like that's so bitchy and like catty of you. No, I love.
I'm used to calling you princess, so I thank you.
But, look, let's rewind a little bit.
Okay.
It's Arabella. You don't need to do the princess thing. You don't need to do the Queen Eustace. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. You guys are like friends of the family. Again, I wouldn't have come to someone I don't trust and think is cool and pretty and nice and talented with my plant problem. I don't just give Rupert to anyone. I'm not an idiot.
Can I roll something about this? I want to roll something.
Absolutely, you can. Please do.
Oh no! All my the tabs are closed on me. They're mean to me.
That's okay. Take a breath. We can.
Okay. I'm torn between.
Do we want to?
I don't want to fight because this has like immediately gotten better because she started being nicer.
Nicer.
Like in quotation marks.
Yes.
There's a couple things I wanted. I'm considering. I'm thinking about entice or figure out a person.
We can go with either, whichever you feel.
I think I'm gonna try to entice her.
Absolutely.
And at the same time, I'm gonna tell you this. I think Misty's becoming smitten with her.
Oh, we've got our first announcement of smitten in the game.
So I'm gonna roll to entice.
Amazing. Let's do the entice roll and we can resolve smitten after.
Okay.
Becoming smitten is very interesting, folks. It's a mechanic in this game where you declare that you are smitten with a person and then things happen.
So I got an 8. I'm getting a lot of 8s this time.
An 8. That is a mixed beat. So you're enticing. Let me get to my entice section. I love that I have smitten open.
So it's I gain a string on them unless they decide to instead to choose one. Get flustered and awkward. Promise something they think you want or give in to desire.
Okay. They're gonna. You're not gonna get the string because you don't get a string on a princess that easy. They are going to promise you something. You're cool. Like I think you're like cool. Like I've seen you like fight and stuff, right? Like, do you want to like somehow like sometime like teach me how to duel? Like I think that would be so cool.
Yeah, I'm still kind of new to dueling myself, but I could always use a sparring partner to practice with.
Cool. Coolness. Well, that's slay. Yeah, we should like totally just come to the forest. You know where I am. Like I'm in the woods all the time. I'm just like hanging out, you know, just being cool and stuff. Yeah, come duel. We should duel. That would be really slay. We could like fight and stuff, and it'd be like really funny and cute and cool.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
You are interrupted by the last bell, and we're gonna move to Frida, you are across from a really beautiful person, kind of olive undertoned, like deep, not deep, but like kind of mid-toned skin. Really like nice, like really like wide jaw, very like statuesque kind of nose, and like just really piercing dark eyes. And she just kind of looks at you and she's like, "Hi, hey, you work here, right?"
Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
My name is
Hi.
Frida.
Oh, cool. I'm Winona. I'm like I'm an actor. What do you do? I mean, you're a barista, but like, do you like do other things? Like,
I'm going to use my my remaining question to try to see what she is looking for because I really like
okay.
her. She's really pretty.
Me, I'm kind of looking for honestly. Sounds so like stupid, but I'm looking for someone to like match my energy. If you catch me, like not match my energy, but like oppose it, like be my like the yin to my like yang and whatever. Because like I'm a poet, I'm a writer, I'm an actor. I'm always performing, whatever. But like I'm really like all over the place. Like I kind of don't know. Like I need that like person who's got the schedule and got the plan and like knows what restaurant we need to go to and knows like whatever. And like I kind of want to just be the vibey girlfriend who like, you know, like treats them to nice things and like buys them nice things and takes them to shows and stuff. But like they know what time it's on, but I know what we're seeing, you know, that kind of, you know.
I like that. That's really cool.
Ooh, you're
I
cute, actually.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're like adorable.
Um,
You're so fun. You seem like really genuine or something.
Thank you. I was actually looking for someone that can maybe I can teach to show up on time, but then we can
she
do fun stuff together
she
like
properly belly
painting.
laughs, and she's like, "That's kind of hilarious. Like, you're so funny." Yeah, honestly, I'm really bad with time and stuff. Like, I I knew this one girl. We didn't like date or anything, but like she had like color coded like calendars and stuff, and I was like, "Oh my god, I wish I could be like that. I wish I knew someone like that," because that's like so not me.
Oh
Um,
my God, my calendar has so many colors and
it-
stickers. I mean, not stickers, they're like the post-its that stick out the side so you know where your tabs are.
you get interrupted by the last ding as you're hitting it off with this actor girl. And we move to our Mirror Hephaestus Mallory crossover moment. I'm trying to like interrupt with the bell where things are going well. But we get to Mallory, and you just see this like really tatted like girl in the mirror wearing like really like kind of like fishnet like long sleeve kind of top thing, a tattoo that says no regrets, it's canon. um you see like she's got like you could see that if she existed in the Foxhole Woods her hair would be flames, but it's blue swept up hair. And she just kind of looks at you and she goes like, "Who the fuck are you? Why am I here?"
Okay, so Mallory,
Actually, you're kind of hot, to be honest. You know that, right? You're like, are you? Why? Why am I sitting here with a hot girl in front of me? I mean, I'm not going to complain, really.
well, so okay, Mallory sees this being in front of her just appeared out of nowhere, and she hasn't seen her before now, so where did she even come from? But she is everything that Mallory's ever wanted. So she's just instantly just like brain fried. But it almost seems like this person is, you could say, not from this world.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
and one of the things that Mallory can do is commune with the unseen. Okay.
Oh yes, let's go.
So
This is actually
I'd like to tap into that for a little bit, for a minute. And what I can do is I can perform essentially a little ritual to commune with the unseen, um, give a dangerous unseen a string on me, and then
Okay,
roll.
she's definitely dangerous.
Yeah.
Amber, she's definitely dangerous.
Roll with spirit, and depending on the result.
So
I can
as
roll
you're performing the
something.
ritual, she goes, "No, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? You do magic? No, fuck. Like, I can't have another hot girl doing magic on me. This shit did not end well the last time." And then you perform your ritual.
Yeah, so I get an 8.
An 8. That is going to be. What do you get from that? It's a mixed beat.
It's a mixed beat. So I get to choose 2 from a list of things I can do, but one thing that goes awry. So the 3 things that could go awry is restless unseen cause a haunting, hungry unseen destroy all non-sentient life in a small area, or stern unseen judge you inflicting a condition. And then
Okay.
so one of those 3 things happens, but I can do 2 things from this other list. And I can hide something in the unseen world, learn something important from the unseen, temporarily alter the unseen nature of place, ask the question from the figure out person table of anyone anywhere if you can name one of their deceased loved ones, learn the recent history of an object you hold.
Okay.
So
Where are we going with?
the first thing I would like to do is learn something important from the unseen. And
Okay.
I think I would like to figure out what is this creature doing in front of me and how can I have it.
So you see a kind of glitch in the mirror as both the mirror and this entity try to communicate something with you, because you're not just talking to Hephaestus, as was prompted by the donator. You're talking to a creation of Dahi also. You get this really strange mixed message of, man, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. I just see a hot girl. I'm going to talk to her. And it kind of gets cut and garbled with the woods, the woods, the woods, the woods. You need to go there, is what you hear from the mirror underneath this frantic, like, I don't know what I'm doing here. And like, I mean, if you could come to Galeshire, like, we can hook up. Like, that's what you get out of her, but you hear the woods, go to the woods, the woods.
Okay, I hear that.
And something goes awry, correct?
Something goes awry, yeah.
Okay. I am going to say restless unseen cause a haunting. Oh wait, do you choose?
No, I think actually I do get to choose.
You do choose.
I do choose. Yeah, I'll go with restless unseen. It seems least harmful.
And the haunting is the oven in your sandwich station is now haunted by its spirit of Hephaestus Timbleton for romancing the dungeon, and that's fucking canon. So, fuck you, Amber. No, I'm joking. I love you, Amber.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
So Hephaestus, an aspect of Hephaestus is haunting an oven.
I did
every sandwich will burn. But you get that weird message from the mirror saying the woods, the woods. Did you have another thing you can choose?
Yeah, I have 2 things I can choose.
Perfect.
So the other one is ask a question from figure out a person if you can name one of the deceased loved ones. And I'm pretty sure Dahlia is dead.
Yeah, you get this weird message of the name Dahlia appearing in your mind. So you may ask a figure out a person question.
Okay. I'm gonna ask, how could I get Hephaestus to like me? Not think I'm hot, like me.
I don't think even Hephaestus knows the answer to that question. And now I've devolved to reading your character for filth, Amber. But she just says, I don't know, don't put me into your brain world and like fuck with my shit. Just don't do weird magic on me and stuff. Like, maybe I might like you. I don't know. This like is that's a lot. We can hang out. We'll see what happens. And then the vision fades and you get the words in your mind again. The woods, the woods.
Yeah, I like it because I heard it the first time and I knew it, but I wasn't exactly thinking with my brain there.
Absolutely.
But now that Hef is gone, I'm gone. I like it as the woods.
As the two of you notice Mallory legging it out of the room. Do you
I'm
follow?
gonna wonder if she's okay, and I'm gonna. Why don't I'm sorry. I have to check on my friend.
Hey, that's cool. I'm around here often. We can talk.
That would be great.
I
Racing for Mallory.
Arabella, I have to go check on Mallory. I think something's wrong.
Sure. Sure.
We'll
Look, we'll
schedule
fight,
that sparring match.
Yeah, we'll like fight about it later. And you run. You get outside and you head around. The woods is very close to you. It's just around the back. You see Queen Eustace sprawled out across the floor near the entrance of the woods, and she looks ill. She just says, "Please, I can't move. I can't breathe. She's in there. There's a beastly woman in there, and she's here for my throne." And you see her skin turn pale, and it starts to go mottled in grey, and her colorful clothing begins to grey. Do you enter the woods?
We must.
Yeah.
We have to, yeah.
Can we carry Queen Eustace with us at least over the threshold?
Yes, you can.
I don't want to leave her laying in the street. I'd rather leave her laying in the forest.
Exactly. Yeah, that's she consents to that, and she lets you carry her in over the threshold. It does stabilize her a little bit more, and she does kind of rest a little bit. She's like, "Please, just get to the throne. You can't let her sit on my throne. She's vile." And I'm assuming you guys head into the forest then?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
You run in. While I'm typing a little message to our producer here, please describe to me our little transformation sequences as we get in. We'll try and be quick enough about them because we just have a little bit of time left. But our baristas are not just baristas, they are magical baristas. So when they cross over from the real world into the Foxhole Woods, they take on their true form. Take it away, Frida.
All right. So Frida is where she wants to be invisible in the real world. She really doesn't in the Foxhole Woods. So out of nowhere, she has a purple cloak that she swirls around herself, only to reveal a engraved silver, barely there bikini, and she moves her hand in front of her face as like a mime would, and suddenly an engraved silver mask covers the whole thing. There aren't any eye holes, but she can see.
Perfect. Does she have a sword now?
Oh yes, she has a sword now. Her magical engraved fountain pen has turned itself into a silver rapier.
And the pen is mightier than the sword.
That was the plan.
We move on to Misty.
Misty, as she crosses into the woods, her clothes, which were already kind of very cottagecore-esque, kind of shift, and she gets what's like a leather adjacent like piece that goes all the way up her neck with curling like golden vines, a see-through but floral shoulder pieces and arm pieces with like loose wrap pants of this matching color, and her crystal point necklace transforms into a opalite great sword that's like like swirling in filigree.
Stunning. And Mallory.
Mallory takes out the hairpin with a little bat at the tip I mentioned at the beginning, and that is what turns into essentially a fencing sword. It still kind of looks like a hairpin, but massive, and she has a flurry of bats kind of come out around her, and when they fly off, she's in her full goth mode with, white face paint, big raccoon eyes. She's got frills. She's got the black bows on her wrists.
I think your oven just got excited back in the kitchen. As the spirit of Hephaestus Henderson knows that she was flirting with a goth baddie. We head into the woods with our beautiful baristas. Now swords baristas. Sword fighters. Soristas. You make your way, you get to the throne room, and you see Sally tied up on the floor. Her bandana is gone. You see Tony on her knees, shocked face, eyes like just a wash of rainbow colors, mesmerized by the woods around her. And you see Mabel Marshall sitting on the throne of Queen Eustace. What do we do? She holds what looks like if a paperclip could be a sword, that is what she's holding.
God, Steve would try to bite her immediately.
Give me a fight roll. Give me a fight roll.
Steve is an attack capybara.
Yeah, so this is going to be rolling with your daring or grace.
Okay. I don't think I have either of those. Yeah, I have a 0 on both.
That's cool. Does anybody else want to help out, or do we want to try and fight as well, or how are we feeling?
I want to announce us to her before I fight. So
yeah, she looks at you all and she goes like, "What the hell is this? Get out of my forest! You are not welcome here anymore." And she swings the sword around.
I got a 6.
Oh, a downbeat. So you attempt to run up to her and she just waves her hand and Steve is like swished away in a gust of wind. Seeing Steve be swished away, I'm going to say that is going to stagger you. Okay. As you are also hurled in that wind around. So pick an option from the 0 to 3 conditions in stagger.
I think what I will do is I will hesitate and she's going to get an opportunity on me.
Perfect. The opportunity is she is going to, with this swish of wind, she's basically holding up Steve in front of her and she says, "You're letting vermin run around in here? Not on my watch." And she's currently holding your capybara captive now.
No hardly. If we would like to get rid of the vermin, you're welcome to leave at any time. Otherwise, and I draw my sword,
give me a fight roll. Give me a fight roll on that. That is so badass.
My Steve.
Yeah, I got a 5.
I would like you got a 5.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Another downbeat. So as the clashing of your swords come together now, she kicks your rapier out of your hand. It flies across the arena and sticks into the ground right next to Tony Boucher. And she looks at you. This is going to, I think you're going to become staggered again.
Oh, it's stagger time. Well, that means that my feelings are out there now. So at this point, Frida is going to say, "Look, I'm tired of your bullshit. Get off the throne now, or the rest of them will make you regret it."
Ooh. What does this do mechanically for Frida? What does this letting the feelings out do?
It allows me to I can give anyone present a string on you to gain a string on them.
Oh.
And I'm going to give strings on Mallory to Mallory and Misty.
Yeah.
And take strings on them.
Oh. Do I have 3 strings on you now, Frida?
Mm-hmm.
Possibly. Yeah, we've got 3 on each other, Missy. And then I'm probably going to continue in some sort of tirade that doesn't necessarily make any sense.
Absolutely.
But as part of this, I'm going to stomp over and pick up that sword and come right back and start shaking it in her face.
Mallory, what are we doing?
I mean, I see all that happen. I think I just join Frida and I try to, fight, draw my sword.
Perfect.
And I'm going to roll with Grace. Gives me a +1. And that's 4 + 3, that's 7, that's 8.
8. So you may choose 2 and your opponent chooses 1. And that is out of the options for fight. Do you have those open?
I do, yeah. So I'm going to through violence or cutting words inflict a condition.
Okay.
So I'm actually gonna go with cutting words, and I'm
Hell
gonna
yeah.
say, you own so much, and yet you are still so empty. You feel that you need to own more.
Oh, get her. So yeah, she does not enjoy that. You get to choose another. You get to choose a second.
Mhm.
I don't know if you get to choose the same number twice. I don't think so. I think it's just two separate.
Good, because I don't have that much reading ability. So,
You could like do something like take an object from her to seize a superior position of power, or create an opportunity
is she
for
holding anything? I know she's sitting in the throne, but does she have a
She's
crown
holding
or?
her sword and she's holding the capybara.
Okay, I'm gonna do the capybara.
Perfect, and that's gonna give an opportunity to Misty, who can come back in with another attack if they want, and I'm going to give you +1 forward on that.
Okay, can I try
Flanking
something?
to your friend? Yes.
So I have Nature's Touch. Can I run up and grab onto Mabel's arm and let the power of the natural world flow into them or into her?
Absolutely. I don't know what that does, but please do it. That's wonderful. You have +1
okay.
forward for it.
And because I have
Because of
Steve back,
Mallory's actions.
no, I
Yes.
can't use Steve for. I have
That's
to.
okay. You have a +1 anyway from Mallory helping you get
I
Steve
do.
back.
Oh, I rolled so good. That's a dirty 12.
That's like the highest we've rolled. That's incredible.
Actually, I lied because I also have a +1 to spirit, so that is a dirty 13.
Amazing. What do you get on a 10+?
So I get to choose two of the following. So I am going to the big one. I want to. Can I use one twice, if possible?
I think if you get options, it's generally pick when they say pick two,
Okay.
unless it says that you can do the second.
I'm only asking because the other two are just not super like
okay
applicable.
So
the main one I'm gonna pick is they must answer one of the figure out a person questions of my choice, or they take a condition.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say yeah. You can pick that twice because that fits. That's fitting. I enjoy it.
So I'm going to ask the two questions I'm going to ask are what do you hope to get from taking this wonderful place from us? How do I get you to leave forever?
Okay, those are tough questions, and she's going to attempt to answer them. You see, as these questions are being asked, this isn't just you asking a question. Like, there is battle happening here too. Your co-workers are fighting at your side. Mallory has aided you by handing over Steve back to you. Our trickster has her emotions have been let out so she can once again focus. She has her sword back in hand, and the two are duking it out with Mallory as she's keeping them at bay. And Misty comes in with, what was your first question again?
What do you hope to gain from taking away this amazing place from us?
You are clashing of steel and sword as you ask this question, and she stumbles back. She does not know how to answer this question because this is very layered for her. You go to see her mouth purse to say the word money. That's what she's getting out of this, is gentrifying the place and turning it into probably a housing area. But she can't really answer that question. There is deeper issues there with her. What was your second question? As flashes of steel and sword and lesbians and baristas.
How do I get you to leave this place forever?
She drops her sword. Defeated, Mabel Marshall cannot answer the question because she does not know how. You picked two questions she could not answer. So she has to mark two remaining conditions. So after she was already had one condition inflicted on her by our spooky witch, She has lost her 2 remaining conditions. She goes to answer. You hear words. You feel like her mouth goes to start with the letter A. You don't know what that could mean, but she stops herself short. She is unable to answer this question. She's too beaten down by this capitalist gray heteronormative hellscape that she has helped create. She cannot answer your question. She drops to her knees. Tony gets up, unties her sister. Do you say something?
I was going to wonder if applying emotional support to Mallory, not Mallory,
Mabel?
to Mabel might assist us in getting some answers out of her.
You absolutely can. What do you do for this emotional support?
Well,
You are surrounded by these beautiful woods that helped you guys become who you are, too.
These are a place of growth. You can grow here and become more than what you are today. But in order to do that, you need to take the lesson you've gotten today into the real world.
Roll me emotional support, please.
Okay, guys, sorry.
No, absolutely. This is great. The 3 of you are doing fantastically in this little tiff.
Can I help? Can Steve and I help?
Well, give it +1 to that.
Okay. So I got a 7.
Nice. They open up to, if they open up to you, they choose 1. All of you here, why are you all so annoyingly happy without my products, without my things, without the things that I'm selling? Why are you happy? I don't understand. I want to know what that's like. She's going to clear a condition on herself and go back to 1. And is going to stand up and look at our nature witch, Misty, in the eyes and say, I can't answer those questions. Not right now. Have your woods.
Maybe you should work on yourself so you can answer those questions one day.
Look.
Mabel?
Yes?
Would you like to come to our coffee shop? Come for a chat.
I might. Let me sleep on it. This place is making me a little bit sick today.
I can make you some maple tea because it rhymes with your name.
Oh, this is too saccharine now. I need to get Tony, get me out of here. And Tony is still like just kind of dazed and woken up and is like, Mabel, fuck you. I quit. I fucking quit. You're a nightmare. You can find your own fucking way out. After what you did with my sister, not a chance. Find your own fucking way out. And Mabel is like, she looks at you, Mallory, looks you right in the eyes and just kind of says, you better make a good espresso.
I don't make espresso. You're a bad
Whatever,
person.
whichever one of you does it. She stomps away and leaves the woods. We are going to pull back from this scene, and I'm just going to ask each player 1 question before we wrap up. Firstly, great job, everybody else. Great job, everyone. That was incredible. Those roles were phenomenal. I really enjoyed how you played that scene. We had a little bit of a hiccup at the start, so I'm going to take a couple of minutes just to wrap up. I would like to ask each character 1 question, and then I'll do a little wrap up. Frida, how do you think you followed up on your speed dating experience.
Well, I think that that Winona and I probably went to see a show together, and then
Mhm.
maybe we had dinner. And I'm
She
not,
knows this really good restaurant, but you know what time she needs to go
but
at.
I know what time she needs to show up.
Mhm.
So we're getting closer. I'm not ready to admit smittenness.
Of course, of course. You two have a wonderful, fruitful beginnings of a possible relationship. It's definitely a very close friendship for now. In very Frida fashion, things are going a little slowly. She's taking things carefully. But Winona really enjoys your company, is all I can say. She really enjoys how rigorous everything is for you. And you find a way to relax around her. You see these shows, you're not thinking about the time it ends. You're thinking about, is she enjoying this? I'm really enjoying this. You're not thinking about this ends at 9 p.m. and I'm going to be home by 9:30. You think this will be over. We might go get a drink. You start to forget about the schedules a little bit when you're around her. Mallory, how do you think you followed up on your dates?
I think that initially Mallory was very stuck in her head about this experience she had with the mirror.
Mhm.
She spent a little bit of time trying to commune with the unseen, trying to get more answers, figure out who this person was, becomes very attached to her oven, but eventually kind of convinces herself that that was probably just like a figment of her imagination. It didn't actually happen. Maybe it was part of the Woods trying to warn Mallory that something is wrong.
It's like, how do
And
I get her attention? Hot woman.
exactly, exactly. So I think eventually Mallory kind of gets over that for the most part, or puts it behind her,
Mhm.
and goes to the capybaras with Saoirse.
Trisha. She's
Um,
really tall, and you get like she's really able to like push through the crowd, and you get to barrier, and you have an incredible night. It's so good. The two of you ride on her motorcycle out of town for miles. You end up in some random motel having a hilarious night. uh she's an incredibly respectful, kind of like kind person. She keeps trying to offer to pay for stuff, and you're like, no. And you two have a wonderful weekend where you're just spending time together on the open road on this motorcycle, carefully, of course.
mhm.
And you have a great time. And whatever happens of that is the rest of Mallory's
We
story.
ride off into the sunset.
Into the sunset, into this, into one portion of the lesbian flag, the sunset part. And Misty, how do you think do you go fencing with Arabella?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a twofold thing. Because I think Misty brings Rupert with them the first, like during when they go
Yeah.
sparring. And they go back and forth, they spar, and then they also try to teach Arabella the ways of taking care of plants and
Absolutely.
maybe bring her back to the apartment.
Well, firstly, you win a duel.
Oh,
You befriend someone different from you, Arabella. Uh, she gifts you the plant, and it is actually a very rare blue-leafed Monstera plant. The leaves just hadn't really come in yet because she was really bad at it. And you did not fail at something that means the world to you. So you clear 3 of your trials in all of this. And you have a great time with Arabella. She is a little deeper than you thought she'd be. You thought she was just some shallow, prissy princess. She plays that part, and you're seeing that now. It's kind of like the Paris Hilton effect. She plays that part on the outside to kind of keep people at bay. And you learn a little bit more about her. You learn the real parts uh, about
can I
the
argue one
princess.
quick thing?
And that,
I do think I
go
failed
for
at
it.
something that means the world to me because I failed with making drinks earlier, and this cafe means the world to
Oh,
me. So that would be
okay.
clearing all
You've cleared
4.
all of your trials. That's wonderful. You've cleared all 4 of your trials. Congratulations. And as we pan out, uh, the sun over Heteropolis for the first time sets a blazing, beautiful orange, red, yellow, and with little hints of pink from Twilight. And we close. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for the donations. Thank you so much to my players. You're amazing. It was so good. I love this game. It's so fun. Everybody into playing your character. And yeah, you can find us. You know what? You can find us where you find us. You can find me on Twitter. Does everybody else anybody else have socials they want to plug? Is that are we good?
I had a quick one. You can find me everywhere at Puckening or the Puckening. It's some variation of it. I have an upcoming AP group called And We're Rolling. Find us anywhere with some kind of variation of And We're Rolling RPG or TTRPG, or And We Rolling.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. You are amazing, amazing players to have. I had such a blast. I hope you had a good time. I hope everybody in the chat had a good time. And I hope you have an amazing time with Declan next, who is going to be finishing off our charity stream. Thank you guys again so much. And the donations were phenomenal. Stay gay, everyone. Stay gay.